When in the course of human events it becomes necessary for one people to dissolve the political bands which have connected them with another, and to assume among the powers of the earth the separate and equal station to which the laws of nature and of nature's God entitle them, a decent respect to the opinions of mankind requires that they should declare the causes which impel them to the separation. We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal, that they are endowed by their Creator with certain unalienable rights, that among these are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness, that to secure these rights, governments are instituted among men, deriving their just powers from the consent of the governed, that whenever any form of government becomes destructive of these ends, it is the right of the people to alter or to abolish it, and to institute new government, laying its foundation on such principles and organizing its powers in such form as to them shall seem most likely to affect their safety and happiness. Prudence indeed will dictate that governments long established should not be changed for light and transient causes, and accordingly all experience hath shown that mankind are more disposed to suffer, while evils are sufferable, than to right themselves by abolishing the forms to which they are accustomed. But when a long train of abuses and usurpations, pursuing invariably the same object, evinces a design to reduce them under absolute despotism, it is their right, it is their duty, to throw off such government and to provide new gods for their future security. Such has been the patient sufferance of these colonies, and such is now the necessity which constrains them to alter their former systems of government. The history of the present King of Great Britain is a history of repeated injuries and usurpations, all having indirect object the establishment of an absolute tyranny over these states. To prove this, let facts be submitted to a candid world. He has refused his assent to laws, the most wholesome and necessary for the public good. He has forbidden his governors to pass laws of immediate and pressing importance, unless suspended in their operation till his assent should be obtained. And when so suspended, he has utterly neglected to attend to them. He has refused to pass other laws for the accommodation of large districts of people, unless those people would relinquish their right of representation in the legislature, a right inestimable to them and formidable to tyrants only. He has called together a legislative body that places unusual, uncomfortable, and distant from the depository of their public records, for the sole purpose of fatiguing them into compliance with his measures. He has dissolved representative houses repeatedly for opposing with manly firmness his invasions on the rights of the people. He has refused for a long time, after such dissolutions, to cause others to be elected, whereby the legislative power, incapable of annihilation, have returned to the people at large for their exercise, the state remaining in the meantime exposed to all the dangers of invasion from without and convulsions within. He has endeavored to prevent the population of these states, for that purpose obstructing the laws for naturalization of foreigners, refusing to pass others to encourage their migrations hither, and raising the conditions of new appropriations of land. He has obstructed the administration of justice by refusing his assent to laws for establishing judiciary powers. He has made judges dependent on his will alone for the tenure of their offices and the amounts and payment of their salaries. He has erected a multitude of new offices and sent hither swarms of officers to harass our people and eat out their substance. He has kept among us, in times of peace, standing armies without the consent of our legislatures. He has affected to render the military independent of and superior to the civil power. He has combined with others to subject us to a jurisdiction foreign to our Constitution and unacknowledged by our laws, giving his assent to their acts of pretended legislation, for quartering large bodies of armed troops among us, for protecting them by a mock trial from punishment for any murders which they should commit on the inhabitants of these states, for cutting off our trade with all parts of the world, for imposing taxes on us without our consent, for depriving us in many cases of the benefits of trial by jury, for transporting us beyond seas to be tried for pretended offenses, for abolishing the free system of English laws in a neighboring province, establishing therein an arbitrary government, and enlarging its boundaries so as to render it at once an example and fit instrument for introducing the same absolute rule into these colonies, for taking away our charters, abolishing our most valuable laws, and altering fundamentally the forms of our government, for suspending our own legislatures and declaring themselves invested with power to legislate for us in all cases whatsoever. He has abdicated government here by declaring us out of his protection and waging war against us. He has plundered our seas, ravaged our coasts, burned our towns, and destroyed the lives of our people. He is at this time transporting large armies of foreign mercenaries to complete the work of death, desolation, and tyranny, already begun with circumstances of cruelty and perfidy, scarcely paralleled in the most barbarous ages, and totally unworthy the head of a civilized nation. He has constrained our fellow citizens, taken captive on the high seas, to bear arms against their country, to become the executioners of their friends and brethren, or to fall themselves by their hands. He has excited domestic insurrections among us, and has endeavored to bring on the inhabitants of our frontiers the merciless Indian savages, whose known rule of warfare is an indistinguished destruction of all ages, sexes, and conditions. In every stage of these oppressions, we have petitioned for redress in the most humble terms. Our repeated petitions have been answered only by repeated injury. A prince whose character is thus marked by every act which may define a tyrant is unfit to be the ruler of a free people. Nor have we been wanting in attentions to our British brethren. We have warned them from time to time of attempts by their legislature to extend an unwarrantable jurisdiction over us. We have reminded them of the circumstances of our emigration and settlement here. We have appealed to their native justice and magnanimity, and we have conjured them by the ties of our common kindred to disavow these usurpations, which would inevitably interrupt our connections and correspondence. They too have been deaf to the voice of justice and of consanguinity. We must therefore acquiesce in the necessity which denounces our separation, and hold them as we hold the rest of mankind, enemies in war, in peace friends. We, therefore, the representatives of the United States of America, in General Congress assembled, appealing to the Supreme Judge of the world for the rectitude of our intentions, do in the name and by authority of the good people of these colonies solemnly publish and declare that these united colonies are, and of a right ought to be, free and independent states, that they are absolved from all allegiance to the British Crown, and that all political connection between them and the state of Great Britain is and ought to be totally dissolved, and that as free and independent states they have full power to levy war, conclude peace, contract alliances, establish commerce, and to do all other acts and things which independent states may of right do. And for the support of this declaration, with a firm reliance on the protection of divine providence, we mutually pledge to each other our lives, our fortunes, and our sacred honor.
Love it. Absolutely love it, man. And again, man, we're standing up against the tyranny. And the reason I love that, because those are two men that definitely stood against the tyranny. Thomas Jefferson, the great Thomas Jefferson, who wrote that incredible document back in the 1700s, 1776 to be exact, up there in Philadelphia. And those men meant business back then. You know what I mean? And you know, when you're faced with adversity, what are you going to do? You know, are you going to fight against it? You going to do something about it? You going to say something, or are you just going to sit there and, oh no, this is nothing. This is no big deal, and all that. I'm not built that way, man. You know what I mean? So not only am I fighting against the tyranny of the money printer, but also the enemy from within. And we do have an enemy from within. And we're going to talk about that, man. You know, I mentioned this before the Bitcoin conference started. But again, you know, we're winning some battles, but we definitely got to win the war. And we must protect this system. This system we call Bitcoin. That is the only way, guys. I mean, it's the only way that's going to break this system and stop the tyranny of the money printers. And again, I'm hoping that the Bitcoiners for Freedom family will stand along with me like you've been doing all along, and to go against these evil people, I call them, that are breaking our system from within. They're trying to, but we say no mas, just like those men did in the 1770s about the Declaration of, wrote the Declaration of Independence and had an American Revolution. And again, the only way you're going to get freedom sometimes is to fight. And this is what we're going to do today. And again, I couldn't ask to fight or stand alongside of me and fight along with a better group than yourselves against not only the tyranny of the money printer, but the people from within. What is up, guys? It is Tuesday, August 19th, 2025. As you can see here, we're at the Bitcoin block height of 910,803. TikTok, next block. Let's say hi to everybody. I have not even done this wheel yet. So we're going to start it off brand new. We're going to do some shout outs here. So let's do that. Let's welcome in everybody. I was out in the hot sun today, man, and it was hot, boy. It was hot. I've been avoiding the heat lately, but I had to go out and do some stuff today. So I said, why not? Samantha Nakamoto, first of her name. Hi, Jerry. Hi, chat. How are you doing, Samantha? Very good to see you, ma'am. First of her name, son or daughter, of the great Satoshi Nakamoto. Welcome back, ma'am. Good to see you. How are you? VHS says LFG fam. Jerry, what's up? VHF, how are you, sir? Very good to see you, sir. Put you right here. VHF. I knew the backpacker family's here. The Packer family's here. Backpacker right here. I put Fanny here. How you doing, VHF? Good to see you. Samantha, spin it. What's up, Dean? How are you, man? Good to see you, sir. Welcome in. Hope you are all okay. Joey from Saz Venture says, yee. Joey, what's up, bro? Joey had a live today, I heard. I didn't get a chance to watch it. I was doing a bunch of crap today. Somebody on the speed wallet sent me 29 sats. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Very, very much. Thank you. 29 big ones. And again, all sats matter here on this channel for sure. I am self-funded by you guys, and I will not be bought. That's for damn sure. We're going to talk about some people that that are being bought. Oh, look at this. Trent sent in 1,858 Satoshis a few hours ago at 1:03 my time, 3 hours ago. And he says, for tonight, won't have any funds in strike. Is going to cold stores. No doubt, man. Thank you, Trent. Appreciate that very much. Wow. Look at that. Even before before he sends his sats to the to cold storage, he sends it over to me. Thank you very much. Danny, how are you, ma'am? I am here. Good to see you, Danny. Welcome in. Joey Sats Venture. Good to see you, young lady. How are you? Put Hodler here. Put Flipper. And Danny. Danny, welcome back. How you doing? Ian from Clean Your Machine. How are you, sir? Good to see you, man. He said, let's go. Hello, everybody. How are you, Ian? And congratulations on the win last night. Fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. And how's business today, sir? Or how's business overall? How was work today? And did you make any good tips? I'm like a broken record. I always ask you that. And how are you doing most importantly in the family? Thanks, Ian. Appreciate the sats, mate. No doubt. Triple B's, Bitcoin Bacon Booty. How are you, young lady? Good to see you. Put you right here. Bitcoin Bacon Booty. Good to see you, man. Samantha Nakamoto. Hi, VHF. What's the over-under on how long this NFL cheerleader crap lasts? Not that long. I don't understand. If there's a sport that does that, why would you even watch it? You know what I mean? I'm not saying somebody's watching it or not. I just can't get involved with none of that crap, man. You know what I mean? Lauren Stern says, hello, everyone. How are you, Lauren? Lauren looking like backpacker or backpackers looking like Lauren. I don't know who came first. Lauren with the new pick. How you doing, Lauren? Good to see you, man. I'm looking forward to chatting with my football craze friends. Yes. Hi, Lauren Stern. Joey. Hello, Samantha Nakamoto. Lauren. Hello. Ian. What's up? What's up, backpacker? How you doing, man? How's the family, brother? He came in hot. What's up, motherfucker? Hey, that backpacker. Hey, Samantha. Everybody saying, hey, see, what's up, Joey? Yah says, put me in, coach. Yah, what's up, bro? Good to see you, man. How are you? Welcome back in. Yeah, boom. Lawrence and boom. Pepe Le Pew, I'm back. Good day, everyone. Pepe, what's up, man? Sean, Pepe. How's your day so far, sir? Good to see you, man. Welcome back. You brother, what's going on? What's up, everyone? Hi from the Packer family. How are you? How are you, Jerry? Hit that like. Thank you, Fanny. I'm doing well, Fanny. Thank you. And hello to you and everyone in your family. And I'm doing well. How are you, Fanny? That's the question. With all this fasting, how are you, man? Living the dream, brother. Fanny. The whole BFF family, yes. Good evening. Hey, Maggie, what's up? Maggie, I didn't even have time to send you the stream tonight. You found it yourself. Good. Maggie, how are you? Love you, Megs. You know that. VHF, everybody. Megan. First time to see an empty wheel. I know. I usually have it going, but I was doing some stuff right before this. I had to rush back into the house. It was crazy. Hi, backpacker. Ian. Packer family. Hello, all of you. Trey Day. Good evening, Freedom family. Trey Day, my man. What's up, bro? Good to see you, Trey. How's everything on your end out there in Chicago? Good to see you, Trey. Yeah, soon while we can read the names without a magnifying glass. Maybe. Who knows? I'm over this heat. Yes. Thank you, Trent. I got the zap you sent me, man. 1858. Thank you so much, man. We got 21 in the chat, guys. Thank you so much for that, Trent. Trent has been donating every single day since he's been here. He's not missed a day. So his streak is kept alive. Thank you so much, Trent. We love you, brother. Number one fan is here. How you doing, Jerry? I'm doing good. Angel, how are you, man? Angel, number one Jerry fan. How you doing, young man? How was school today? One Jerry fan. You learning something or what? Hey, Jerry, I'm good. I came in hot. Saying the quiet part out loud. Yes, you did, brother. Yes, you did, team. Hello, Jerry's number one fan. Trent was out. Hey, Trent. Trent. When they asked what pronouns you prefer, Michael Jackson said, he. Yes. Shared everything, liked and shared. Thank you, man. Appreciate that, backpacker. Hello, Pepe. I don't watch the cheerleaders, so it doesn't bother me. Right. True. Angel, for me and Flipper and Holler says loudly, hi. Hey, Angel. Everybody says. Man, I'm in an awkward spot as both the Bitcoin Maxi and XRP army think I'm crazy. This is going to be fun, especially if I'm right. Yeah, definitely. I hope you're right so we can get some more sats. Like and subscribe, Maggie says. Thanks, Maggie. I appreciate that very, very much. Thank you, Megan. So are these just male cheerleaders or cheerleaders? I don't know, man. I don't watch none of that bullshit, Lauren. I don't watch none of that crap. If you're woke, I don't give you my time or effort or anything. Maggie, yes. The like button has been tapped on the way in. Now let's fucking go. Cindy. Sin, what's up, man? Sin did an incredible post in Signal, man, breaking down what we're going to talk about today. About the spam wars and everything. He broke it down only like Sin can break it down. You know what I mean? I read that. I was like, wow, man. This guy knows what he's talking about right here. You know what I'm saying? I'm so glad this dude is on our team, man. Sin, it's good to see you, man. My sensei, the Renaissance man. How are you, sir? Good to see you, man. He sent me and I told him when he sent that message, I told him, I said, hey, man, this is great, blah, blah, blah. I said what I said. And then I went on to make a video because I was on my way to make a video. And then I read his thing. I was like, oh, this is perfect timing. And then he responded to me not knowing I made a video. And I probably said a lot of the stuff he said in his response. He's like, oh, I should have just, And then I said, hey, I should have just read verbatim what he said in the Signal chat and just said that in my video. You know what I mean? But they say great minds think alike. I don't know if my side is great, but I'm learning from the best. So welcome in, Sin. I appreciate your efforts, man, and your teachings. Trent with the corn. Transformers, mate. I was at the pools last night. Overweight Transformer had her removed, trying to get a little beard going. I mean, why? These people are going to phase themselves out. Wow. Wow, man. That is crazy. Oh, look at this. Ian. Wow. That'll help with the payroll. Ian with a CYM's app. I hear you, Dean. I hear you, man. I don't play with none of that crap. Thank you. With a big CYM's app. 2,500 big ones. Thank you so much, Ian, from Clean Your Machine. That really, really helps, brother. Thank you so much. Sin, boom, VHF. Sin, looking buff. He's always buff. I'm good. Counting the hours down, LOL. It's okay if we're doing something. So just trying to stay active and sleep a lot. Yeah. That's I commend you for that, man. Fasting that long? My goodness. No corn in the vid tonight. Sorry, backpacker. B Pizzle, Sin. Hola, Fanita. Yes. Hi, Sin Diesel. Trent is out of stats and interesting. I could usually beat him tonight. I can easily beat him tonight. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. Let's try it. Ian, Angel, Samantha, holy moly in the house. Holy, what's up, bro? How are you, young man? Good to see you, brother. Good to see you back. CYM, boom, B Pizzle, Infinita. Tell the kiddos, hola. Holy moly, did you sell your XRP yet? You're not stacking hard enough. Meggie, holy moly, what's upper? Sin. Matter of fact, speaking of that, let me see. Oh, whoops. Hold on. Save as. Not. I was editing a video earlier. I mean, a little short, real quick. Hold on one second. Let's see. Commercial. Boom. Okay. Yep. Sin Diesel, great pulse and signal today, right? That's what I was just talking about, man. Absolutely fantastic, man. So glad to have this guy on our team, man. Seriously. I'm not even playing about that. This guy is a wealth of knowledge, man. Lauren, they're just male cheerleaders, at least the ones for the Vikings. Wow. Gracias, Lauren. That core BS is stupid. Corruption happening in real time. Absolutely, brother. Absolutely. Jay Rimmer, on my way home from casino again. LOL. How'd you do, bro? How'd you do, Jay Rimmer? Good to see you, brother. Michelle, my troublemaker. My little troublemaker, Michelle. Hey, beautiful souls. How you doing, Michelle? Good to see you, ma'am. Always good to see you, Michelle. How's everything? We're going to talk about some spam wars today, guys. I talked about that a little bit today in my video. Trent with the corn, sweat, not AC and fire with your phone temperature. Error, cool down. You're spitting facts too hard. LOL, yes. Hi, Michelle. LOL, let's compare stacks. I know that's right. Let's try it. Let's do it, Ian. Just smash bought 254,000 sats. Trying to recoup spent sats from laptop. Wow, brother. Wow. That's a lot of sats, sir. I could not buy that many today. So you're better than me, sir. Great video today, Geraldo. Oh, thank you, Sin. It means a lot coming from you, bro. Seriously. Right on time. I will debut your new nickname soon. My new nickname. I have a new nickname. Okay. Why am I nervous about this? I got a new nickname? Oh boy, is this gonna be good? Whoa. Ian. Hold on, buddy. What did Ian say? Let's compare stacks. Okay, well, Ian, I hope you're ready to put your money where your mouth is, sir. Because Trent said, let's try this one first. 15,000. And he said, I'll make Ian work for it before I send it to the cold storage. Wow. Thank you, Trent. Oh my God. Wow. Okay. Coming in hot. Thank you, Trent. So yeah, let's see how that works, Ian. Nice. Hi, Fanny. And again, I appreciate the 2,500, sir. I don't never not appreciate that. But the gauntlet has been put down by my man, Trent. Thank you, Trent. Hi, Fanny. I bought $120 worth this morning, Canadian dollars. They sent me 74,000. Wow. It's a lot, man. That's a lot of sats, bro. A lot more than I could buy. I almost DCA today. Stay strong, Hoofty. Okay, I think he's doing that for a reaction. Won't be able to buy gas for ages now. Rogue, I know. Bitcoin will do that to you, sir. What's good? What's good, good peoples? What's good, peoples? What's up, Jared? What's up, How you doing, man? Jason, good to see you, man. How are you? On a side note, guys, I made a Rumble video today too. It didn't upload yet. Hold on. Let me see. Rumble takes forever to upload a video because I was walking and I did that one video today. Let me see. And I started uploading the Rumble one and it's just taking forever, man. So I don't know what it's doing. So I'm gonna have to put it into. I was doing it from my phone. But I'll probably just put it in the computer tonight and upload it to Rumble. And let's just say you guys might enjoy that, man. Great Motion, what's up, bro? How are you? My man, Great Motion. Great, this is perfect time. I'm so glad you're here today. This is a video you're gonna like, sir. You're gonna like this video. Well, I got banned on IG for talking about that little hat people. Now most dumbly wants to Noster. Is it like IG? No, it's different. It's different. It is different. YouTube, memory lane. Okay. Every time I get an email from YouTube, I get scared. Just got one from YouTube. Michelle, you bangarang. Spin that wheel. Hear it squeal. Sats are flying. That's the deal. Round it goes. Watch it land. Bitcoin prices in your hand. Hey, man, I love that, man. I love that. How are you, man? Spin that wheel, hear it squeal, sats are flying, that's the deal. Round it goes, watch it land, Bitcoin prices in your hand. Yeah, that might be my intro, man. I love it, man. How you doing, bro? Love that, man. That was dope as shit. Bangarang is a G, man. If you haven't noticed, he got a lot of G's in his name because he is a G. I love that. Can somebody take a picture of that, screenshot that, and send that to the signal, please, so I can remember it? Good time to buy Bitcoin. Down under it shows 114K. Really? I haven't looked at the price. Wow. Guys, I might have to smash by this. 886 sats. I might have to do a $2 smash buy, guys, and just disrupt the whole market. Sup, Megalomedia. How are you, sir? Good to see you, man. Welcome back. Megalomedia. Welcome back, man. How are you? Good to see you, brother. Put myself in the corner. Joe, what's up? Good stream today. Joe, yeah, I wish I could have saw that, man. Sin Backpacker. Kuckerberg hates free speech. Yes, he does. Magala. I bought the quote-unquote dip. Yo, got like 300K sats today. Damn. Where the hell are y'all getting all this cash from? I don't have it, bro. I don't know how you're doing it. Bang. Damn, Trent is coming in hot. Yes, he is. Wow. I also smash bought Joey. Yes, why does speed app allow notes if the recipient can't see it? I don't know, Dean. That's something they got to fix. Did you send something over there? Oh, no. Unless you sent the 29. So far the biggest zapper is 15,000 and then 1858 on top of that. So 16,858 by Trent the Man. Wow. V, what's up, brother? He said, what's up, everybody? What's up, V? How are you, man? Good to see you, sir. Oh, you know what? I don't even have Trent up here. Put my man Trent. I don't think I put hold on. Technician. Sin Diesel. Okay. Then put V. What's up, V? How are you, man? Good to see you, man. How you doing today? Is this right? 27 watching and 10 likes. I'm dead. My man Sharper. What's up, Sharper? Sharper than Sword. How you doing, man? Good to see you, man. We're gonna get into this today, Sharper. By show of hands, who saw my video today? Just go like this with your hand if you saw my video today. Who was it that was DCing $1 a day into Bitcoin. That's an awesome plan. That's available by every single one of us, I'd say. Yeah, that was Corey from Got Sats. Hope you're well, everyone. I am, man. Good to see you. Hope you are good, Sin. What up, Gray Motion? Sharper and Gray, Lauren. Bang got bars. He does, right? LOL. Magalo, chillin', brother. Bang. If anyone has questions on Nasser or Primal, let me know. I'll help you out where I can. Dean, V, Sharper. I may even DCA. Wow. Smash by. Yeah. Sin Diesel, buying the dip. I need to if I had something. Holler will practice and do a video cheerleading to that coming soon. All right. You just received 2,500 sats again from Ian. Wow, Ian. Thank you, brother. Another CYM zap. Big zap. He said, I'm on your ass, Trent. Pause, of course. Not in that way. Thank you so much, Ian. That's a big, big zap, my friend. Thank you so much. Are you going to pass him? That's what I want to know. BTC Backpacker. I will swoop up more sats if we dip under 110K. Wow. Must be nice, brother. You can see the notes, but you have to view the transaction notes, I think. You have to view the transaction notes? I don't, not in speed, brother. Kind of early. I'll take, hey, Reverse, how are you, man? Good to see you, sir. 2, 4, 6, 7. 4, 6, 7. Reverse jackpots. My man, he's in the house. How are you today? Uh-oh, something just happened on speed. Uh-oh, Ian again. Wow. Ian's doing 2,500 at a time, guys. He's up to 7,500 right now. Jesus. Ian's up to 7,500. Ian said, I'm on you, Trent. I am on you. Thank you, Ian. You know that helps the payroll, sir. Let me verify that. Hold on. We still have room to dip. I see 105 and 96. Really? All right. Keep me posted on that, Sin. So I'm gonna put my whole 3 in there. $3. Hard to imagine Speed's useless node is not noticed by the developers and from people complaining. What are they doing? Yeah, exactly, man. Exactly. Don't forget to like and subscribe, everyone. Thank you, Jay Remmer. Appreciate it. Okay, VHF saw it. Sin saw it. Okay. The spammers, Jerry. Yeah. Yeah, we're gonna talk about that today. All that Corn and Trent's videos must be all his. He's just not telling us about his empire yet. That's right, Lauren. That's right. Nope, I was wrong. Yeah, it's all good, man. It's all good. Gray, reverse, boom. At 96K, there's a 1 mil sat buy. Wow. Ian's got this. We'll see. We'll see. I'd nibble at 96K. Yeah, me too, man. I see 96 also. Do you really? You guys see 96, man? Tell me something I don't know, please, and thank you. Tell me something, guys. Tell me something. Oh my God, I would love that. We're down 3,300 today. Oh my God, if we go under 100, if we go under 100,000, I'm gonna be so happy. A dip to 96 coming. That's what Sin and Gray Motion are saying. The two smart guys. I don't know, man. I don't know, but I got a new video downloaded here. I put it in my editor, and let's play it real quick. And I don't think you guys are stacking hard enough, guys. Check it out.
Nobody in your life has showed you active disdain, you're not stacking hard enough. If you are still invited to a family Thanksgiving, you're not stacking hard enough. If you're made fun of for brown bagging your lunch, you're not stacking hard enough. If your car is younger than Bitcoin, you're not stacking hard enough. If somebody hasn't called you a retard in your life, you're not stacking hard enough. You're just not stacking hard enough.
I got that in my lineup now, guys. That video is in my lineup. So thank you, Holler, for that. That is going in the lineup. That is in the lineup. You guys know my lineup, right? You guys know I got a lineup. Remember I showed you my ex, Samantha, shooting? She's in my lineup too. Did I ever show you that video? My ex? What do you guys think? Do you think she's stacking hard enough? I don't know. I don't know, guys. Hello, great motion after 96. Okay, I said. Thank you, Holler, for that great video. I got that. I got that in my lineup. If we go 96, I'm grabbing a couple 100,000 sats. Me too, man. I don't know how I'm going to do it, but got to dive into all-time charts analysis, Jerry. Okay. I said a while ago, gap at 94K and 97K. God, you guys are right, man. After 96, I see 88, 84, and wait for it. 68, praying for it. LOL, Lauren, all of that was all mine. I would be working my videos, would be in the tractor, my friend. Okay, my bad. I got distracted. Ian again sent another CYM zap. 2,500. That's a total of 4 of them for a total of 10,000. Right now, Trent is at 16,858. So you're down 6,058 right now, sir. Something like that. Thank you again, Ian. I appreciate that. You know that helps with the payroll, sir. I don't advise waiting for a BTC crash to then buy. Fiat is losing value by the second. Put whatever you can into it. Now, I agree. The bull run hasn't started yet. We have a long way up before it goes down. When it crashes, the price will be higher than what it is today. So why buy later? Taking the word right out of my mouth, sir. Sin Diesel, if we go to 68, VHF might grab some sats. VHF, 68 is possible, Sin, but not until 2026, he says. Brown Baghdad lunch and roast them medium rare. That's right. Medium rare. Sharper than sword. Kramer, hello, Freedom family. How are you, sir? Good to see you, man. Very nice to see you. Let's see, 2, 4, 6, 7. Kramer's in the house. My grandson was taking a nap. I think he's awake now. I think he is. Kramer, good to see you, man. How are you? I'm all in at 70K, boys. All right. Sorry, Hodler is billing me, but I got to go buy some sats. Uh-oh. Sorry, Hodler is bullying me. I got to go buy some sats. Well, you're in the lead right now, man. Aha, I love it in the lineup with the marshmallow gun. Yes. F no, Ian says. LOL, I know, Trent. Hodler is honored. Oh, I'm honored. I am honored. The honor is all mine. Let's go, VHF. Yep, Jackson Hole in earnings season. S&P 500 down ahead of the action. Yeah, that's true. That clackback, though, yeah. She just shoots it, and that gun just claps back. And then the grass just claps. Everything just claps back. Backpacker, you know what I mean? LOL. We may dip this September, but we go to new all-time highs in Q4. Okay. Love this. Me too, man. Me too. Gotta pop off for a little bit. All right, bro. Thank you, Bang. Appreciate the heads up. Really do. Put you here. Boom. All right. Great motion. I think Jackson Hole is going to be our last chance to get sats on sale below or near 100. Isn't Scott Besant doing that? I might even get impatient and be all in at 80K. Okay. Priceless. It is. It is. Sonny's in the house. Sonny, what's up, brother? Good to see you, man. How are you? Very good. 2, 4, 6. Sonny Verma, the family man. Can't wait till his channel drops on that fire. Good to see you, Sonny. Sin, I see 94, low 93. I don't look forward that far until the markers move. 68K though, huh? Pass the pipe, please. That's what I'm saying, man. But if you see it, hey, I'm with you. I'm gonna be smoking it with you, brother. 68, Dean. I said that too. Also a while ago. LOL. We are still on schedule for a bull run. I think so, but nobody knows, man. You know what I mean? You can always buy, but you always want to have big dollars sitting low. Falling knives are fantastic to catch. Yeah, I never catch them. DCA's away, but keep some dry powder for not golden, orange, not golden opportunities. Golden, orange. Good time to pull people in that think they are late at those low numbers, though. Now they get scared. The normies say, "Oh, it's too low. Never mind." You know what I mean? What's up, guys? What's up, Frankie? How are you, sir? Frank D is in the house. My man. 2, 4, 6, 7. Frank D. How are you tonight, good sir? Frank D. the fourth. Good to see you, man. Hey, Sonny. Sin, I do like your thinking. What's that about great minds? Yes. 75K. I'll sell my truck, Trent says. Wow. Third week of September is what's known as quad watching, when options, future, etc. expire on the same day, usually causing a major dip. After that, the road to Valhalla usually begins. Wow. Got my cold car queue in the mail today. Now I got to figure out how to use it. LOL. Not sure if I need to buy a micro SD and adapter for it or not. Yeah, you do, man. You definitely need an SD card, man. Micro SD, no doubt. Go to Best Cry and get you one. It's crazy how we drop our heads at 112K. Imagine when we drop our heads in sadness when it drops to 1.12 million. LOL. It will happen. We'll be crying at all the dips, Frankie. Hey, Jerry, can that pole boy get on the wheel of yours? Yes, you can, Spaceman. How are you? You sure can, sir. Good to see you, man. My man, Spaceman. Welcome back, sir. Yes, and September is red in each of the past halving years. Yep. Hello, Frankie. Quad witching. A fantastic, scary event, Cindy. So, Lauren Stir, good evening. Jay Remmer. That's what I mean, bro. So many people caught up in shitcoin price. Fiat is the worst metric to measure, and BTC is the best ever made. Yes, it is. It's stupid to measure Bitcoin in dollars, even though we do it. It's printing so many dollars, it doesn't even make any sense, man. Trent, your truck or that company truck you do your videos in, yes. How are you tonight, Great Motion? You better buy more sats, Trent. Uh-oh. What am I seeing here? Did I miss something? He's at 10,000 so far. I think he's going to creep him in. You know what I mean? Also, on October 31st, ETFs have to dump all of their extra cash into distribution for tax purposes, meaning more fiat for plebs to put back in the market. Add some rate cuts in there, then boom. Oh, damn. Look at that. Payment received, 29 cents. That's very well said. Sin. 29 sats on strike. Thank you so much, whoever keeps sending me 29. I love that. Thank you so much. That's right. 1 BTC will always equal 1 BTC. That's right. They're on sale today. You're going to need them. Yes. No, you don't, Jerry. You can use the QR code setup. For the cold card, I like to I don't know. I've never used the QR code. I mean, you can use it. I like the SD card myself, personally. Gotta go, guys. I'm in the background though. So you gonna keep it on or what? I'm gonna keep you on the wheel, Michelle, if you're staying. Lots of info there. Yeah, Sin is killing it, man. Michelle, if we're on in the background, I'm gonna keep you on the wheel. Dollars or local fiat is what 99% of people in the world think like. So if you want to orange pill people, you have to start at their level. Yes, that's right, Gray. That's right. Good night, Michelle. Yes. Okay, I got you. I'm gonna keep you on the wheel. If you win, you win. The only time you have to answer up is during all or nothing, okay? But I got you if you win. I appreciate you. All right, guys. Today is, like I said, it's Tuesday, August 19th, 2025. We're going to talk about the Bitcoin spam wars today. We're going to explain those. And I'm so glad I got Gray Motion in here. He's a very smart man. I obviously send Diesel to fill in the holes. And then we're going to watch a couple of videos on that today. And we're going to break it down on why we need to pick a side and, really defend this network, man, at the base layer. You know what I mean? We have to do it, man. So we're going to talk about that. But before that, again, this is why I spin the wheel every day, because this right here, these precious blocks that we have, right? There's only a certain amount of, look at that block coming out. There's only a certain amount of room in here, right? There's only a certain amount of space that can go in this precious block space. And again, these fees that you're seeing are so low because there's not a lot of action going on globally in the global market, relatively speaking. To the 900 to 1.2 trillion or whatever, how many trillion there is, or 120 trillion or 900 trillion, in the global market. It's a very small market cap, obviously. We're only 2.343 right now. And again, compared to everything else, we're very, very small. But we're still going to celebrate these blocks coming out. So we're going to start off with 800 and block 803. And we're going to spin it. The wheel subsidy today is 100 Satoshis. So make sure nobody's in here new. Okay. If we're going to spin it, good luck to you guys for 100 units of the hardest money in the world. So let's spin it for block 803. And let's see who can win it. Good luck. Fanny. Fanny, congratulations. Let's see. Oh, does that see Jor? Somebody said Jor. Thanks. Great motion. Yes, the cold card Q can both work both air gap. Yes. Okay, good. Transfer you to the big screen surround sound. Oh, thank you, Fanny. I appreciate that. Yes, Gray. You have to try and explain the fiat devaluation to them. Yes, Kramer. Yeah, I wasn't buying their sad card for 40 or 50 bucks. That's more says. Yes. It is Tuesday or Tuesday. Is it Tuesday or Tuesday? Sure. What's up, man? Fanny, congratulations. Sure. What's up, my brother? Good to see you, man. Sure. We're going to talk about the block wars today. The spam wars, excuse me. The mini block wars or block wars 2.0. I don't know. 88 Sats Radio. How are you, my brother? Welcome back in. Let's see, why is Trent's up there like that? All right, let me put Arn Dog on here. All right. Most people don't save money though, and even fewer understand and saving Bitcoin, right? They don't even know what money is, man. That's more sad. I'll just get a $10 one. LOL. Yes, exactly. That's what I did. I went to Best Cry. Because every time I go to Best Buy, I cry in that motherfucker. There's Jor. Yes. 88 says, Ray, perhaps someone can figure it out. At Jor. It's Booze Tuesday. Stupid autocorrect on iPad is terrible. I know, man. It's okay. Your mempool is way different than mine, Jerry Loves Free. You have filter set properly. That's not my that's not mine, brother. This mempool is not mine. This is just a mempool.space. That's all. I don't put mine up. That's just a regular one. So count yourself among the 1%, fam. You are special. Who was that? Me? Not gonna lie, I had a Chilada cutting grass and a Guinness for subs. Oh, nice. Jor, it's Bruise Day. Crack open a Guinness, brother. Yes, you know Jor already did that. Jor, Vanita. I didn't want to be on the wheel. Anyways, I got you, man. Hey, Vanny, congrats. I have 2 blocks in process. While you have how many? Yeah, that's not mine, brother. That's not mine. Let's go, Freedom. Hi, Jerry and fam. Sorry I'm late. And fam, hi, sorry I'm late. No doubt, Emily. How are you, ma'am? Good to see you. Emily, the beautiful one. She is back in full effect. Emily gets sats. She is a sat getter around here. Good to see you. Emily. Hello, girl. How are you today, Fanny? Emily. I'm all right. Been cutting grass for like 3 hours today. Sucky titties. What's up, Jerry and Freedom Gang? Happy Taco Tuesday, Greg, Philly. What's up, brother? Good to see you, man. How are you? Always good to have you, man. We're going to react to a couple of videos today. And we're going to learn about what's going on with these Bitcoin devs, core devs, what they're doing. Hi, Emily. RGR, whatever that means. What's RGR mean? Sending love and positivity energy fanny pack. Yes, we love Fanny. Good. A little over 12 hours till fast is over. Chemo. Then I can get to eat avocado, then salmon. Nice. Damn. How many hours you been fasting, Fanny? Good to see you, Samantha. Yes. Munshiki says, I'm here. Don't forget me, coach. I got you, brother. Munshik, what's up, bro? How are you? Uh-oh. Grandson's up. Bitcoiners are the 1% special. Yes. Holy moly, Jerry, I did some research. Do you know how much it would take for the one sat to each one Bitcoin would have to be worth 100 million per Bitcoin for that. If Bitcoin reaches 1 million per Bitcoin, each sat would be worth 8 cents. No, that's not true. The first part is right. If Bitcoin hits 1 million, and each sat will be it'll take 1 cent and 1 sat parity for 1 million because there's 100 million Satoshis. Great man. So you using a core mempool? No. Moon for the wheel. What's for the wheel? Great. What am I missing here? RGR. So you're using a core mempool? No. That's just pull that up for the wheel. Yeah, for the wheel. Yeah. Jor, let's go. Slit the G's. 109 today in AZ. Glad to be back home in AC. Yes. Have you guys heard of group beer? It's a traditional beer without hops and barley. It uses herbs. Nice. I need a bigger drop so I can, quote unquote, buy the dip once more. Me too. Hi, Gray. Hello, Emily. Gray Motion. Hee. Starting some mess. Yes, he is. Grego, Ville. I'll be right back in 10, guys. Got to get my truck. I'm here, but not here. Be right back. Okay. I like the beer, Lauren. Hi. Oh, look at that. Anonymous says, dang it. I missed the Samantha X shooting. I was doing dishes. I didn't get to see. Dang it. Well, we can show it again here in a minute. Why does it feel like the stream just started, but it says live for 48 minutes? Because that's how long it's been, man. Sin, Emily, the Packers. What's up, gang? Hi, Sensei, Mushiki, Sin Diesel. Be right back. VHF, imagine owning 0 sats in this environment. Exactly. All right, let's do another spin, guys. 803, let's do 804. Imagine holding fiat, waiting for Bitcoin to drop in this environment. That's what VHF is doing right now. That's what VHF is doing. He's saying he's doing the right thing. So since Friday morning coffee, a little over 4.5 days. Jesus. Do the math. So for 1 sat equals $1, it would have to be worth 100 million Bitcoin. So how much would each sat be if it hits 1 million per Bitcoin? 1 million per Bitcoin means 1 sat per cent. Once we hit $1 million Bitcoin, every US cent is worth 1 Satoshi, sir. I'm gonna be a legend, boys. Yo, you're gonna be a legend, all right. Imagine betting that Fiat will outperform Bitcoin. That's what I'm saying, man. VHF is the Fiat stacker, yes. Anonymous says, okay, I got him. RJ, dip, baby. Hello, CYM. So Anonymous wants to see my ex take a shot. So let me see what my grandson's doing real quick, and I'll play it. All right, here we go. Steven, you okay? She's pretty good. She is pretty good. She's pretty good, guys. She's a pretty good shot, if I do say so myself. I've seen her do it many, many times. Courage is the rarest virtue. Well, I wouldn't call it courage. Everyone join my live before Jerry show on Thursday, my Friday morning. Me and Ralph will be yapping. Maybe even Jor if we lucky. All right. We stirring it up. Yes. Jor and Arnie. LOL the Zoom. Was that the Zoom? I'm sorry, guys. I didn't mean to zoom it in like that. Anybody mad about that? Anybody mad about the Zoom? I got the picture of Anonymous, man. Joey, I know. She's a pretty good shot, LOL. And I will not be playing this type of content on my second live. Whoa. It just dipped from 124 to 113. So holding some for a dip seems pretty reasonable unless you wait for it to go to 70. That's what he's doing. You would call it courage. If you're right, I would call it courage, yes. But if you're wrong, Sad venture, cool. Emily, nope, not mad. Pinch the Zoom. All right. Yeah, she's pretty good. Reverse, I'm sorry. Let me go back up. It was reverse here, guys. Reverse jackpots. Are you here, sir? If you are, can you just tell me again? Sharper was good. Let me know if you're here, brother. Please and thank you. Let me get my grandson a juice real quick. Yes, buddy. You want a nana? Let me show you my grandson's hair now. Come here, Teeps. He just got his hair done. He just woke up, though. He looks like alfalfa right now.
Hi.
What you do? God.
Sorry.
Sorry?
Yeah.
You didn't do nothing wrong? Oh, boy. This is... Okay. Anyways.
Bob,
Yes?
right there.
Right there? You want a nana?
Yeah.
You want some juice?
Yeah.
You slept good, man.
Yeah.
You slept real good, buddy.
Oh.
Being in that heat and at that park ran you that hurt? I'm sorry, buddy. He said that hurt. Charbird Adventure. Nope, not man. Boom, boom. Fanny Packer. Hope you're well. Little man. You have to get little man his own do-rag to sleep in, Papa. I know. We got one too. I just can't damn find it, man. Hello, young man. Tibbs. Oh, I can't spell do-rag, man. I've never used a do-rag in my life, bro. Never had waves. Nothing. Hi, little dude. Thank you, Samantha. Now I'll go play, right? Just stack 21,000 sats. Who's matching? 21,000 sats? I can't match that, bro. So, yeah, I can't match that, bro. I don't have it. Payment received. 99 sats. Somebody just sent me. Thank you. Wait. Oh, Trent. Trent sent in a... Wait. That's not Trent. Jenny. Jenny sent in Trent. She sent in 1,859. Jenny, how are you? I didn't see you come in here. She must be in the background. Jenny said, I'm going to do one better than Trent. Thank you, Jenny. How are you? Good to see you. I didn't even see that, Jenny. Hi, Jerry. Feeling lucky today? Yes, I am. Scotty with 99 sats. Thank you, Scotty. Very much, brother. Let me put you on the wheel real quick. Looks like Reverse is not here. So let me take Reverse off and put Scotty there. Scotty 99. I have bought more sats and put in more time in the range since finding this group, but the ones at my range don't look like that. Yeah, well, yeah, she's pretty good, man. She's definitely a good shot. Thanks, Sharper. Still fasting, doing well, hubby and son. Buzz heads with me. Yes. Fanny, how are you did, Philly? You want nana and juice? That's his reminder. Said, what are you doing? I need my nana and juice. A Jen Poster? No. I think that's her. That was definitely her. I did a Jen Poster. It was her email. Thanks, VJF. Jenny. Okay. Laura, hell yeah, that's the freedom community will do to you. Yes. Right on, Tech. All right, let me play something real quick, guys. Let me play something real quick. Let me see here. What can I play? Let me play Adam back real quick. I'll be right back. Give me 2 minutes.
Since the halving, MicroStrategy has bought 2 times the daily mined coins per day average, and the ETF's bought another 2 times the mined coins. And there are other strategy companies buying, like Tether bought 8,888 in Q1 this year. And the kind of value market maker type of investor I mentioned, they're buying between 1 times and 2 times the mined coins when Bitcoin is down a bit, but slowly selling when it's up. So you can see there's an awful lot of buying going on, right? And I guess that's good. I think what makes Bitcoin strong is Bitcoin's transferring from weak hands to stronger hands. So if people are buying it with intent, and they're pretty desperate to buy it, and they cold store it. That's good, because that's the new holder for the long term, right? And the person who dipped in, I'd hesitate to call them long-term investors. It's like 6-month band or something. I think those are the people that were selling. James said, and I heard other people say that. Then, they haven't really held very well, have they? Maybe they made 20% return or something. I mean, it just seems a really strange time in the market cycle to be selling too. If somebody was inclined to sell 10% when they thought it was getting near the top, then why now? I mean, inflation adjusted, we're barely, we're not far above where we were years ago, right? And look at all of the positive economic signals there. The number of public companies buying, older financial institutions to start off products, the overtime window shifting, the regulations being largely fixed in the US. sovereign Bitcoin reserve discussion, and they're selling. So, if that's the way they feel, then other people are going to buy their coins.
Boom. There it is. There it is, ladies and gentlemen. Sorry about that, guys. Life of a grandpa, man. You guys know how it is. All right. Thanks, VHF. Jenny, Laura, right on tech. Actually, do it live. I do it live on today's vid, editing it right now. Okay. I still don't fully understand Tether. Seems suspicious, though. Me too. Take me off, Jerry. Bad reception. Okay, Jay Rimmer. No doubt, brother. Where you at? Jay Rims. Okay, got you. Let's do another spin real quick. 804. Let's do it again. Jenny, would you like me to put you on the wheel? You want to just talk to me through Strike or what? Thank you so much, Jenny. We love you, honey. Sharper. I've been too lazy to figure it out. Yes. Yes. Congratulations, Sharper. And Sailor makes my spidey senses fire, too. He seems sus also. BJF, it sounds like you don't really trust a lot of people, if I had to guess. Yo, Sharper the Sword. My man. Sharper. Congratulations, brother. Congrats, Sharper, for 804. Let's see who can win 805. Sharper. BJF says, I think you're right. Fanny, again. Give it to Emily, please. Oh, okay. Emily, congratulations. Wow. Look at that, Emily. Congratulated him and then got out some stats. Smart. Fanny, congrats, man. For 805. Let's see who can win 806. Danny. Is Danny here, though? Danny was here earlier, but is the young lady still here? Save some for the rest of us, Sure says. Thank you very much, Sharper. Fanny. Fanny and Danny. Danny, are you here, young lady? Let's see if you're here or not. Let me know. Good game, you guys, B says. Let's see the market cap here. We're still floating. We're number 7 right now, even though we're down a little bit. Vanita times 2. I don't think Danny's here. I don't think she's here. Let me take the young lady off the wheel. Danny, I'm sorry. Love having you here. V, hi there. I see you, Sensei. Yes. Emily. Let's try 806 again. Look at Emily. Look at Emily. Emily, congratulations for 806. Let's do 807. A little speed around here. Good job, Emily. You see Sensei and the wheel sees you. Look at Arnie. Go M. Emily M. Hello. MEMGZ. Arnie, congratulations. You're the winner. Emily's killing it. Yes, she is. Yay, thank you, Jerry and fam. No doubt. Thank you for being here. I get the feeling VHF, like me, used to trust more than he does now. Yes, probably. And been burned a few times, like me. Jor, the white wolf. Arn, doggy dog. Yes. Yes, the doggy dog. Congratulations, Arnie. 808. Let's see who can win that one. Could that be Jor? A lot of 8s. That's true, Lauren. Yep. Megalomedia. VHF, that's true, Lauren. Emily threw a spell down, evidently, yes. I was once very naive. Weren't we all? Mega, are you here, brother? That is the question, sir. You can't trust me, Lauren. I just need your credit card info. Trent, thank you for that big donation, man. That was very, very kind of you, man. Seriously. God, man, you definitely keep the show rolling, brother. Appreciate you. Ah, shucks. Mega. Yep. Mega low. All right. Let's do 809. Emily smiling. Great. Frank D. Frank D, do I got you in my black book or what? You know, I think I'm gonna get me a nana. My grandson always says he wants a nana. That's his that's a banana. Papa, can I have a nana? I said, sure, man. No problem, Trent. I trust you. Card number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Frankie Four Fingers, yes. Matter of fact, I'm gonna get me a nana. You know how I like eat my nanas? I like to eat them with honey. I always get a thing of raw honey, and I just pour it on there. Oh, it's so good with honey, man. Not too much though. I don't want to put too much sugar, but it's just makes it taste better. I'm not a big banana eater, but bananas are pretty filling. So look at this, Ian. Speaking of the devil, Ian says we're gonna creep up on you, sir, slowly but surely, Trent, with a CYM zap. Damn, Ian. Ian has sent in 5 of these things, guys. Now I'm not a mathematician. It looks like 12,500 to me. Damn, Ian. Wow, brother. Thank you very much, sir. Very kind of you, man. Frankie Four Fingers, yes. That shit is bananas. Bananas, yes. Pause, right? For real. Oh my God. Yes, that's a pause right there, bro. What am I doing? Hold on. Oh my gosh. Sin does this to me once a show, man. Oh my gosh. Sin, you're a fool. You're Frank. I don't think Frank's here, man. Oh my gosh, man. Oh, I gotta rewind that and listen to what I said. Banana, I like my bananas with honey. Yeah, that's a pause, guys. That's definitely a pause. All right, going once, going twice, Frank. What's up, brother? Hey, big man. Oh shit, man. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Hello. That is a pause. If that wasn't a pause, boy. Was he? I don't even be thinking that. Yeah, spin it. I got you, man. I'm spinning it, boss, man. Sorry, Frank D. Love you, man, but you got to be here to win it. Let's do it again. Oh, because you know me, I don't even be thinking like that, man. You know what I'm saying? Oh, something happened on strike. Is that my hourly buy? Yes, it is. Trent, the Bitcoin technician. Guys, today for $1, 886 sats. $1, 886 sats, guys. Every hour on the hour, guys. Love it. LOL. Yeah, and bananas fill you up. Wow, I ain't saying that. I just said it though. That's going to be clipped by someone, Jerry. I know. Woo! You were doing well with the 9-hour honey. But then you took it. I did. Oh my gosh. Oh man. I should have just kept it with the 9-hour, man. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Said you are a fool, man. Trent, to M, please. Boy, M speaks. M says something. She goes like this or this, and then to M. I didn't even write your name down, Trent, because I had a feeling you were going to do that. Emily again. Wow. Ladies, listen. Drop your photo, ladies. Okay, drop your photo. Send. Boom. Nighty night. I got you, Maggie. Love you, Megs. Speaking of pretty ladies, you guys don't forget about Maggie's, man. No judgment though, hey man. You know me. I ain't doing that. Sin. You know that. Maggie loves you. Oh my gosh, that was too funny, Sin. You got me on that one, bro. I got caught slipping on you know what peel. Thank you very much, Trent. Good night, Megs. Not that there's anything wrong with that. In my book, it is. All right, we're at 8:09. We just did. Okay, we're all caught up. All right, guys. So what we're gonna do is we're going to watch Simply Bitcoin's video. I've never reacted to Simply Bitcoin on this channel, from my own personal reasons. But I gotta call a spade, and they did a really good job on this video. Okay, they really did. You fell for the yes, I did. I did. I'm not gonna say that word, Sid. But I gotta call a spade. They did a good job. Now they're a little late with this, in my personal opinion, a couple months late. But they made the video because I thought they were on the side of the other side. But they put the gauntlet down and talked about the Bitcoin spam wars. And the video is called "Is Wall Street Hijacking Bitcoin? Core versus Knots Full Breakdown." And again, we're saying core versus Knots, and I understand it because of the Bitcoin core devs versus Luke, who runs Knots by itself, which I don't think that's going to be like that for long. I think there's going to be other software that's going to you can download for your node in the future. And also, I think Luke's going to get a bigger team, and hopefully we can pull some of those good Bitcoin core devs over to Luke or some other projects. You know what I mean? But if you're still with these boys, Bitcoin developers, then you're guilty by association, in my personal opinion. So without further ado, this is Nico's wife. She did a great job in this breakdown. So let's check it out. And while she talks about Bitcoin core versus Knots, the spam wars.
Supposed to be the peaceful revolution, right? Bitcoin is supposed to be the peaceful revolution, right? Well, apparently the peaceful revolution just turned into a full-blown civil war. We've got Bitcoin Core on one side, funded by Jack Dorsey, loved by Larry Fink, super friendly to Wall Street ETFs. And on the other side, we've got Bitcoin Knots, basically a group of plebs and OG devs saying, nah, bro, stop turning Bitcoin into a data dumpster and keep it about money. And now people are asking, is this the biggest threat to Bitcoin since the 2016 block size wars? Are we about to have a hard fork? Who the hell is Luke Dash Jr. and why the hell is he suddenly the Che Guevara of Bitcoin? Don't worry, we're gonna break it down, roast everybody, and then let you decide. Why, you ask? Cause f them, that's why. I'm Sophie, this is Bitcoin Simply. Let's go. Segment 1. What the is the Bitcoin Civil War? All right, this isn't just another bullish news day. We've got civil war brewing inside of Bitcoin, and no one's really even talking about it. On one side, you've got Bitcoin Core backed by MIT, Jack Dorsey, and apparently Larry, you will own nothing, Fink. 83% of the network is running it. On the other side, a growing army of plebs running Bitcoin Knots, basically the rogue.
Side note, they're 83 running core, but it was in the mid to high 90s a few months ago. And thanks to people like Samson Mao and other big Bitcoiners, Bitcoin Mechanic, Matthew Cratter from Bitcoin University, now I believe Knots is running like 17 point something %. You guys can check that for me, Sin and Gray. But that thing's been going parabolic, man, of how many people have been switched over to Knots. And I am included. I have switched over to Knots. I am not running Bitcoin Core anymore.
Rebel version of Core that's saying, nah, bro, no JPEGs, no spam. Bitcoin is money. Knots went from 5% to above 17% of all nodes in a few months. That's a rebellion. Core side is like, Stop spreading FUD. All transactions with fees are valid. Go touch grass. And the not side is like, Bitcoin is under attack by scammers, compromised core devs, bad miners like Mara. If we don't fight back, our kids will be fiat slaves. And this isn't just a dev disagreement. It could be a block size war 2.0, except this time, the question isn't big blocks versus small blocks. It's, are we building sound money? Or are we turning Bitcoin into a data dumpster so Larry Fink can pump his ETF fees? All right, let me break this down like you're 5, or like you're one of those "my NFTs bring adoption" bros. Imagine Bitcoin is a giant Google Doc we all share. Bitcoin Core lets you post GIFs, memes, and random junk into the margins, as long as you pay the fee. And Bitcoin Knots deletes the junk and says, hey man, this is a ledger, not Instagram.
I love this one. Spammers are too powerful, Luke. We must join them. Luke says, sorry, wrong door. Ethereum is down the hall. And I like the fact that Luke is the guy's name that's running Knots. I love that because I was going to make a play on that name when I was doing the video instead of Star Wars, like Spam Wars type of thing. I love the guy's name is Luke, and I like this meme or GIF.
Both Core and Knots validate the exact same Bitcoin blockchain, time chain for the based. They both follow consensus rules. The only difference is what they choose to relay to other nodes. Core is more inclusive.
Imagination.
Okay, permissive. Everything with a fee is valid. Knots is strict. Only monetary transactions. Take your JPEGs and shove it.
I don't like what she said right there about the inclusive thing. It made me think about a Democrat. Inclusive, huh?
Trying to jam the network starts getting really expensive really fast.
Now, to be fair, this is Antonopoulos. He's an old school Bitcoiner, but I believe he's a shitcoiner now, this guy. And he's going to be talking about, this and that when he's talking about it. And again, this is kind of outdated. And Sin talked about this in our Signal group. But to me personally, it's really simple, man. Okay. If you want to know what spam is, and I said this in my video today, spam is this simple. And I got this from Matthew Cratter. Anything that's not a monetary transaction in the blocks is spam. Period. End of story. If it's not monetary, it is spam. I get it. I am a free market capitalist, and I get that. I understand that, you let the market decide and stuff like that. But it's almost like, I don't know. There's just certain things you want certain things to do. You know what I mean? Luke Dasher Jr., he is a co-developer, but his primary mission is Ocean. Oh, okay. I didn't know that. Inclusive while showing SpongeBob with a rainbow. Exactly. Antonopoulos is an S-coiner now? I think he is. I heard he got into some BS. I don't know that for a fact, though. You guys can fact check me on that. Ordinals equal spam. Yep. JPEGs equal spam. Anything other than money equals spam. A question for the more technically advanced members of the group. My question is, if I switch from Bitcoin Core to Bitcoin Knots on my server, will I have to download a second copy of the blockchain? No, you don't. I was afraid of that too, Spaceman. No, you don't. It's really, really simple to do, Spaceman. Very simple, man. Seriously, it's like too simple. It took me, literally, Spaceman, it took me 5 minutes to do it. Maybe less. After I watched the videos and learned how to do it. So it's really, really simple. No, you do not have to download the whole blockchain again because you're using Core. Core is basically Bitcoin. Knots is basically Bitcoin Core, except without the spam filters or with the spam filters. He wrote a book about ETH. Wow. Just don't delete Core, Gray says. Yep. Somebody please fact check that. I'd be shocked. Yeah, I heard about that, man. I heard that he's into S coins. He said he wrote a book about ETH. Yeah, I heard about that, man. But let's listen to him. This is from years ago. Again, he's a GOAT. I've learned a lot from him. But again, this is very, very dated. What he's saying. So take that with a grain of salt.
Take your JPEGs and shove it.
Trying to jam the network starts getting really expensive really fast. Which brings up an interesting question. What is a spam transaction? What is a legitimate transaction? What is an illegitimate transaction? There are two ways to answer this. One is a paternalistic, top-down approach that says, this is what is allowed, this is what is not allowed, and by making a list, we will prevent the network from filling to capacity. But that breaks the fundamental capability of Bitcoin, which is net neutrality. Bitcoin doesn't care who the sender or the receiver is, what the application is. what the value of the transaction is. All it cares about is, did you pay the fee? And if you pay the fee, your transaction is legitimate by definition, because you thought it was legitimate enough to attach that fee. The very act of paying the fee legitimizes the transaction, because if we start making decisions about what is spam and what is not, we are now choosing the future of Bitcoin and constraining it into a set of applications that we can imagine. And the brilliant person who creates the application we can't imagine that may look like spam to us doesn't get carried across the network, because we made the top-down decision to say that transaction is illegitimate. And the other way of doing this is to say, how about we use a market to solve this problem? We have a market, we have a currency, use the market to solve this problem, and allow the market to establish the minimum fee that meets the requirements of supply through the miners and their need for propagating blocks fast, and the demand of the users for the applications they care about. And if you pay the fee, your transaction is legitimate. There is no spam transaction. There is no such thing as an illegitimate transaction. There are only transactions that did get mined and transactions that didn't have enough fee to get mined.
Technically, that's right. But again, when you're using a monetary network and it's used for money, then anything outside of that is spam. But he's technically right on from a technical standpoint. But I completely disagree with this take. But again, this is years ago when he did this talk.
And so this is how Bitcoin is going to play out. And this is not going to be solved. It's not going to be solved because we will have the scaling discussion every year for decades into the future, hopefully. And every year we will fail to scale for the next application and succeed to scale for the previous ones. And as soon as we do better, people will invent new applications and we will fail to scale again. The internet, failing to scale gracefully for 25 years. Bitcoin, let's keep failing to scale gracefully. And Bitcoin is not yet dead. Thank you.
Very interesting. When I first saw this, I'm like, what is she doing here? And what is he talking about? I had to go back and look at that whole talk and put it into context. You know what I mean? Okay, let me get caught up with some of these. Yes. So what is the point of posting the spam, etc., except the fact that it's a transaction and they say, quote unquote, we should allow all transactions. But if not a monetary transaction, why bother with it? Yeah, that's what we say, because we're normal people that want our monetary system to be with money, Lauren. But these people have different incentives than we do, Lauren. These bad actors in the Bitcoin core development situation and the miners, and we're going to get into that a little bit later, Lauren. When we're talking about, quote unquote, free market, we're talking about a good service products. Real money is not those things. Thus, it is a tool of choice for the free market to function. Absolutely. Well said, Sin. Couldn't have said it better. Absolutely. Dang, that would suck. Great point, Sin. The kid, people are mad at Andreas because he wrote an Ethereum book, but he is still the best Bitcoin educator. He is. Objectively speaking, he is. What's up, the kid? Let me put Neod on here. How you doing, man? But again, he is a really good teacher, one of the first ones, but why even bother buying a book like that or writing a book like that? You know what I mean? That's what I'm asking. Being from Hawaii, I love spam, but the good spam, not the bad one, right? He started off so strong too. Yeah, he did. He did, man. And again, he's a great source. You know what I mean? I'm not knocking him, but again, that talk was from years ago. Ramos, should I just disable core or should I just leave it running alongside of knots? Good question. He is not a S-coiner. People are wrong about Andreas Antonopoulos. Okay. Delete core after you have knots running is what I meant. Delete core, yes. Install knots, run knots, delete core. Yep. Andreas Oris pilled me. Yeah, he was part of that. Me too. People need to go watch all his videos, like all of them, and then come talk. Haha. Yeah, I love him, man. I love him. Spam wars is what happens in Hawaii when a tsunami is getting ready to hit. Yeah. Great motion. Thank you, Becker. I had no idea spam was such a thing in Hawaii. Andreas left the space because of the trolls. Okay. Ember, no one is censoring transaction while the other is allowing any transaction to take place. Hey, Ref, how are you? Good to see you. Gotta embrace the trolls. Yep. I didn't agree with this, but now I do because it's true. What? Don't he so serious all the time? 2,099 people are gonna say the same Bitcoin can't scale. I don't get what you're saying, the kid. What are you saying? Are you saying you want that stuff on the blockchain? It's okay to have it? What are you saying, man? For the most part, yes, but basically no tokens and double the fee. If spam makes it into your mempool, the spammers have to pay double. Yeah, well, they're not going to make it in my mempool. The blocks are there to keep a record of monetary transaction. The blocks are not marketing billboards. Exactly, man. Exactly, son. And why is this hard? Why is this like even a discussion? You know what I mean? Maybe he wrote a book about ETH because it's the Mac Daddy of smart contract, which has a huge use case. Okay. Fair enough. Fair enough. Fair enough, Dean. All right, let's get a couple of spins here, guys. We're going to do block 810. Flipper. Congratulations. Flippers 810. Let's do 811. Don't you wish I got Neo. Neo, congrats. Hey, Flipper, congrats. Yay. Dorsey and Fink involved with core is enough for me to say it's shit. I got to check into that, man, about the Jack Dorsey thing. I got to check into that. I got to dig deep because Jack Dorsey is a very strange one to me, man, because he seems like he's on our side, especially with the new mining rigs and everything he's doing for Bitcoin. But I still haven't had anybody explain to me what was up with that Twitter stuff, man. You know what I mean? I wasn't into Twitter like that, so I don't really understand it. No, but was he bought and paid for? I don't know. The one they will, Jerry, but if they do, they pay double. We're talking NFTs and S like that, bud. The filters do work, but not 100% yet. Okay, I got you. The little things. Yeah, well, you got to show me how to set those fees, man. Because if I can, it's going to be very high. The highest I can. Neo, woohoo, thanks. Yep, I'm hoping Core in the future doesn't repeat the same mistakes Core made. I'm hoping not, she meant. Jack tends to eventually change his mind. Dorsey is a snake. Okay. Well, you say everybody's a snake, VHF. Michelle F, hello. Nah, it's not Core. I got you. Hi, Fold. What's up, commercial break? How are you? Not to knock you, VHF, but it seems like you don't really trust anybody. So, I hear you, man. Commercial break. Neo does the one. Neo, congrats. Magic Moolah says, hi, everyone. Magic, what's up, bro? He's here. Jack is so gung-ho about Bitcoin being used strictly for money so much that he wants to get okay. Jack is gung-ho so much about Bitcoin used strictly for money so much that he wants to get rid of the word sat. So I too have to put an asterisk on that one. Oh man. And see, I don't really know Jack Dorsey that much. I don't follow him too much, to be honest with you. You know what I mean? So I don't really know a lot about him. Commercial break. Hello. I feel attacked. What's up, Magic Moolah? CB, MM, CB. Hi, Magic Moolah. Neil's the winner of 811. Let's see who wins 812. Kramer. Congrats. Yeah, we don't want no bullshit in the blockchain, man. Me personally. Question: you don't like stablecoin USDT, right? Did you know the two owners are Bitcoin maxis? Fact. No, I didn't know that. I did not know that. Who are they? I don't mess with any of that stuff, man. Kramer, woohoo. I don't mess with none of that garbage, bro. Kramer's a winner. Kramer, woohoo. The crazy thing is some people believe Jack is Satoshi. I mean, is that too crazy though? I wouldn't. Would you be shocked if it was him? I wouldn't be shocked. You know, there's a few people on the planet that I found out was Satoshi. I wouldn't be shocked. Like even Elon Musk, I wouldn't be shocked. You know what I mean? Congrats, Kramer. I agree. No spam in the blocks. Not cool, bro. Yeah, exactly. Hey, Peace. What's up, BTC Bug? How are you, my guy? My man, Bug. Welcome back. Sharper. People smoke good-ish too. Yes, thank you, Bug. I would. Yes. Screw Dorsey, Bug says. All right. Bug. Kramer, you won 812. 813. Who's that go to? Backpacker. Congrats. Only spam I like is it spam in my tuna sandwich. LOL. Yes. That's what Backpacker was talking about earlier. B Pizzle. Spam is good, but they aren't so healthy. No, they're not. A lot of salt. Backpacker. Frankie Four Fingers. You won a spin, but weren't here. Oh, yeah, Frankie. You won earlier, but you weren't here. Let me put you back on the wheel, man. You got to be here to win it, brother. Let's see. Let's put you as Frankie. All right, we're all caught up with the spins. Maybe the spam is good. Backpacker, yep. All right, let's get back into the video.
And yes, before anyone gets triggered, NOTS is still basically 99% core code. It's just patched by one dude, Luke Dasher. Luke Dasher. I am so f***ing up that name. I'm sorry, Luke Dasher.
A few moments later.
Luke Dash Jr.? Is it Luke Dash Jr.? I'm sorry, I'm new here. It's like Fight Club, and he's coding in his basement with a broken GPG key and a tinfoil hat. Core devs then respond with that classic, herder, you plebs don't understand the protocol, while conveniently forgetting that Core itself has filtered spam for over a decade.
There's a suspicious new kind of attack that sits in this sweet spot of three different ways. The three main ways you can store arbitrary data in Bitcoin. You can either use the inscriptions hack, which is amazing for people trying to store JPEGs and stuff, because they're storing so much data that they can sneak into the witness.
Gray has put the gauntlet down. He says, so after all these videos about knots and running a node, how many of you have made inroads to making that happen? If none, what are you waiting for? For Bitcoin to go to zero? Fire lit. No, that's right. Oof probably was cooking in the background. It's all good, Frank. Spam, no thanks. The war is over. Yes. Well, maybe not. Now we have a Fiat war. Yes. The mechanic, my hero. This is the man right here. A lot of this stuff is over my head, so.
This section of a transaction, and witness data gets a 75% discount in Bitcoin, and they get to make disproportionate use of that. But these guys aren't using that much. But they're also using too much to use op return, so they create fake pub keys, which are the most harmful form of spam in Bitcoin. And this is where it starts to contradict itself. They can't use op return because there's a bunch of spam filters preventing them from using op return. And they, in theory, really want to use op return because it's a bit cheaper than creating fake pub key outs. And the gaslighting comes in the shape of, well, we need to get rid of the filters on op return because then they'll use that. In the context of having said for years, there's nothing we can do about spam because spam filters don't work. So that is the contradiction here that's being so annoying for everyone to witness, because it feels like we can only ever acknowledge they work in service of relaxing filters to help spammers out. We can never acknowledge they work to prevent spammers from coming and destroying the whole.
Yes, VHF, for sure. I highly recommend that. Anybody that's been in Bitcoin for a few months, and you understand, like, you got your at least 100 to 1,000 hours in, 100, couple hundred hours of studying in, you got your Bitcoin off the exchanges and into cold storage, you understand all that stuff, you should definitely look into running a node. I mean, no doubt you should run a node. Sin says, been running on each machine since Crater first posted a video about this situation. You got two of them, Sin? Industries. Hello, Diesel again. What was that about? Great minds? Yes. I'm still new here. It's all good, man. It's all good. Great motion. Boom. Yeah. This guy's the good guy, by the way. Bitcoin mechanic. He's on our side. Yep. ×2. Wow. Damn. That's what's up, Sin. Yeah, I got one, man. I got the start 9. 4 terabytes. I have 2 nodes also. 2 start 9s. Wow, nice, man. Yeah, I only got one, man. Y'all are big money, man. I just got one. That's all I need for my little Bitcoin. That's all I need.
You know, blowing up the UTX offset in the first place, because even witness discount abuse still blows up the UTX offset. It's not with fake pub key outs, but they still create millions of outputs. And they took us from 80 million outs to 200 million outs in 2 years, and just blew up the UTX offset. And suddenly,
you can buy a start 9 if you like. You can use a Raspberry Pi. You can use an Umbrel, old machine. You know what I mean? An old computer. Well, I think you should get at least 5 million sats before you do a node. I think 10 million is smarter. You need to stack sats, not personally node too early. Yeah, exactly. Focus on stacking sats. I didn't buy a node until 2023, until I was almost 3 years in. I was late to the game. No, start 9, too pricey. Did the pleb way. No on laptop and desktop. Okay. You run full nodes in? You downloaded the whole blockchain? I'm guessing you did. Nice, though, Sin. Love that.
a whole bunch of hardware couldn't run nodes anymore. And that was like an unmitigated attack that created a lot of problems, that was self-declared. The people that did it said, we want to create as much damage as possible. A lot of that was like, if I say that, it will annoy people and my video will blow up. So it was outrage marketing, but it was still true, and it did do that. So yeah, you got those 3 types of arbitrary data storage, and one of them is the theory is that they will shift from doing one to the other, which is less harmful. But the one level below that is, why aren't they doing that already if the filters that are preventing them?
No, miners and nodes are different things, Bug. They're 2 completely different things. Miners try to mine Bitcoin, and nodes verify the transactions. They're 2 completely different things. I set up a node back in 2009. Damn, I really wish I knew what I was doing back then, though. Did you really? But worth it, yeah, for sure, man. I was thinking about it, too. I had an old computer. But I was like, you know what? I'm just going to get the start 9. It was pricey. It was pricey. But I'm going to be using it for other things in the future. So it's easy to buy. It's easy to sell. But if you don't defend the network, you won't be able to do either. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying, Gray. Gray, did you see my video today that I made walking around the neighborhood? I think you'd have liked that one. Miners are nodes, but nodes aren't necessarily a miner. Yeah. I don't know about that one. I'll have to set up another node again one of these days. Yep. A node doesn't have to be expensive. I have 2 knots running in a 2 terabyte hard drive. Plug in and out whenever I want to transact or update. Oh, okay. Nice. Got it. Very nice, Sharper.
For doing it so ineffective. And then there's a bunch of, then there's like a laundry list of reasons that are offered, none of which work, but it's sort of that psychological thing where if I give you 50 bad reasons.
Ian again dropped another 2,500 sats. A CYM zap. Damn. That's Trent. That's 1, 2, 3. That's 6 of them. What's 6 times 2,500? Sin. 15,000? Yeah, 15,000. Wow. Thank you, Ian. CYM is killing it. Damn. He's right there on you, Trent.
You just sort of go, all right, I'll let you do it. Like, even if you had one good reason, that would be enough, but none of them are good on their own. They don't stand up. Like, oh, your fee estimation on your node won't work right if you don't go along with it, and small mining pools will struggle. And what's the other one they have? Well, the other one, the only really legitimate one is bloating the UTX offset, but I don't think anyone's really buying that, because the UTX offset is blowing up anyway with no one caring about it. It's just
is Core trying? Bug asked a good question here. Straight up question. He says, so is Core trying to destroy Bitcoin? That is a very, very good question, right? What I think they're trying to do is I think they're trying to control Bitcoin at the base layer, and they're allowing to, I think they're getting a little, they're too big for their britches bug. I don't think they're trying to destroy Bitcoin. I just think they want to run it their way, and the individual bad actors are trying to make some money and do their thing. So I don't think they're actually trying to destroy it, but I think they're trying to mess it up. But it will get destroyed. And again, we'll watch Matthew Cratter's video after this if nobody's transacting on the base layer. No. BTC bug sure looks like it, right? Most costly mistake I ever made was not writing down that 256 character string to back up that wallet. Damn. They want to centralize it. Yeah, I think they're we'll watch Matthew Cratter's video. And you got to look at people's incentives, man. You know what I mean? Which destroys the network sovereignty. Yep. So that's what Dorsey is doing, trying to centralize it. I don't know if Dorsey is doing this with Core. I don't know. Because when they just say names like that, I don't know if he's active in Core right now. You know, I don't know if he is. I'm not saying he's not or he is. I just don't know, Bug.
Just convenient in this case. So you have this new company, Citria, which is existing in this sweet spot, right? It's not using Operaturn, it's not using the inscriptions hack, it's using fake pub keys, and it's very convenient because that means, now we get to nuke a filter for the good of Bitcoin. And anyone that complains about it doesn't like Bitcoin or is too technically unsophisticated to understand what's going on here. But the implications of it basically mean we just need to work with spammers and modify Bitcoin as necessary to suit them. Otherwise, they will hurt us. And this is just pathetic and not true.
And also, that's the second layer. But the other layer was, well, what is spam? We don't even know what spam is. Now it's like, well, we need to work with them or they're going to destroy us. Because at first it was like, well, what is spam? And everybody's like, come on, man. You know what the fuck spam is. Anything that's not money. So now they're going to this stupid ass shit. I want to play this back again. This is a good point right here.
For the good of Bitcoin. And anyone that complains about it doesn't like Bitcoin or is too technically unsophisticated to understand what's going on here. But the implications of it basically mean we just need to work with spammers and modify Bitcoin as necessary to suit them. Otherwise, they will hurt us. And this is just pathetic and not true and completely sets a ridiculous precedent that was never satisfactory before.
Bottom line, this isn't entirely a software debate. It's a philosophical one. Are nodes supposed to maximize miner profits or protect the rules of sound money?
And that's the question. That's the question. I mean, don't get me wrong. I celebrate the miners all the time, right? We celebrate the miners all the time. But again, what's the question here? What are we here for? Because again, without the miners, we're nothing, of course. But here's the question she asked.
One. Are nodes supposed to maximize miner profits or protect the rules of sound money?
Because in the future, a lot of people are saying, well, we got to let these quote unquote spammers on because if we don't, the miners won't make money in the future. They'll make their money in the transaction fees. Okay. Now the subsidy fee, subsidy is going to go down every 4 years. We know that. And a lot of people saying, well, if we don't let other things on, how are the miners going to be incentivized to do it? Again, the transaction fees one day are going to surpass the block subsidy fees one day. And then it's just the block subsidies fees are always going to go away in 2138 or 2140. And then there won't be, and they'll be living off transactions. You know what I mean? But for now, 90-something% of the money that comes in for a miner is subsidies. The block subsidy, 3.125 Bitcoin, 300-something thousand. So again, what are you bitching about? That's just an excuse to let it in my personal opinion. And of course, if you're a miner, you're like, yeah, I'll let it in. I'm making this many amount of money. If they're going to pay me to do it, sure. You know what I mean? A bad actor miner. If I was a miner, you couldn't pay me to do it personally.
Maximize miner profits or protect the rules of sound money? Look, spam attacks aren't new. Back in 2016, we had Roger Ver, Jihan Wu, and Bcash Gang flooding the chain with garbage to force bigger blocks. Spoiler, Bitcoin survived. But now we're dealing with a new loophole. Spammers are injecting arbitrary data into the blocks.
Let me read a couple of these comments. Hold on. So VHF is saying that that having being a miner is same as running a node, and I don't think that's true, man. So you're saying your $100 bid axe is a no? It's not. Clean Your Machine official. You're saying $100 BitX miner sitting in your desktop is a node. So Core is basically becoming the digital era Pharisees. The politicians are the Romans. We know who Fink and the folks he co-chairs are for. So guess who we are? Yep. Just look at Mara. Wish I could find that block. Let me find it and give it to Jerry. Okay. I'm saying that ain't says that all miners are also a node. That AI. Okay. Mara is trash, and Fred Thiel and Teal, something about that last name is super trash. Yeah. Who are we, Sin? LOL.
Scammers are injecting arbitrary data into the blocks. It's just small enough to avoid using the filters, but big enough to bloat the UTFO set and push node costs through the roof. That means hardware.
And that's the point. These miners that are letting it in, it's not too big, it's not too small, so they can make enough money, but not too big to bother people. But people like Samson Mao, us, Matthew Crowder, like, nah, man, we don't want none of this shit to go through. We don't care how much smaller the Goldilocks zone it is, where it's just right, so it won't bother people. Because most people are not even looking at this. Like, oh, it's no big deal. This is a few of them in there. You look, oh, there's not. Every once in a while to be a big block with a bunch, a big JPEG in there or whatever. And like, wow, what's that? But then they're like, oh, no, we won't do it anymore. We're just doing little ones here and there. We don't want none of this shit in there. And that's the point. And that's what they're trying to do.
To bloat the UTFO set and push node costs through the roof. That means hardware goes from $200 a Pi to $1,000 plus for a server.
Because there's more stuff to download. And there's more things that needed to be downloaded onto your node to let the bullshit in. And again, as Bitcoin node runners, if you're a true node runner, you don't want none of that shit. All you want to do is see transactions on the blockchain, on the base layer, in the blocks. That's all you want to see. Why are we putting all this bullshit in here? Because again, and I said this in my video today, the only way we can stop Bitcoin is not from outside sources, but outside sources co-opting our inside sources and killing us from within. And we cannot let that shit happen, man.
Initial block download goes from a few days to multiple weeks. You know who loves that? Larry Fink, the guy who literally said, we will force behaviors.
You now make a point of that's an investment criteria for you.
Well, behaviors are going to have to change, and this is one thing we're asking companies. You have to force behaviors, and at BlackRock we are forcing behaviors. 54% of the incoming class are women. We added 4 more points in terms of diverse employment this year. And what we are doing internally is, if you don't achieve these levels of impact, your compensation could be impacted. Okay,
we're doing the same thing.
And so it's just you have to force behaviors. And if you don't force behaviors, whether it's gender or race or just any way you want to say the composition of your team, you're going to be impacted. And that's not recruiting, it is development, as Ken said. And ultimately, it's still going to take time, but I am just as much shocked as Ken is that we have not seen more opportunities, and we're going to have to force change.
And if that's not enough, the BIS wants to start grading sats, literally marking your Bitcoin with a reputation score, like a
I was going to break that down, Sin, and you're exactly right, but I don't want to fall into the Larry Fink stuff. We know what this man is, okay? We all know Larry Fink is not a good actor. We know about the WEF stuff. We know what he is. You know what I mean? And you're exactly right, Sin. And Sharper said something very profound. I don't want shitcoin in my cold storage. I don't want spam in my node. Capiche? It's my node. If I don't want trash on it, you can't make me peddle your shit. Exactly. So we vote. That's why we're using Bitcoin knots right now. You know what I mean? Mining is random guesses. Your guess is as good as anybody's else's. Shuffle the deck of cards, see who gets to win. Yep. Has nothing to do with a node. Exactly. I find your lack of change behavior disturbing. I find your lack of change behavior disturbing. Damn right. Say you are a damn fool, man. Damn right. Now look at this part. This is crazy right here. This is crazy. This is why we don't want it to get co-opted, guys. Listen.
We're going to have to force change.
And if that's not enough, the BIS wants to start grading sats, literally marking your Bitcoin with a reputation score, like a social credit system. Yikes. Low score equals tainted coins, can't spend them. High score equals nice, clean, friendly CBDC coins. How about you grade?
These nuts. Got him.
Let's be crystal clear. Bitcoin was not built to negotiate with attackers. It was built to ignore them. Once you start bending the protocol every time you find a new spam vector.
Now she's bringing it around. She's bringing it around now. We're not here to cater to spammers. We're here to ignore them. Well said. Listen.
It was built to ignore them. Once you start...
Got him.
Let's be crystal clear. Bitcoin was not built to negotiate with attackers. It was built to ignore them. Once you start bending the protocol every time you find a new spam vector, it stops being trustless and turns into a negotiation table. And that is not why we're here.
In economics, there's no such thing as a free lunch. If you're not paying fees, someone's paying fees. You're either paying them in terms of inflation, you're paying them in terms of giving.
Block number for the transaction where Mara inscribed a video on the Bitcoin blockchain is 848,688 and included only 3 transactions due to this large size of the video, which was 3.968 megabytes. Wow. I think Matthew Cratter talks about that one in this video, I believe. I believe he did. I believe he did. 848,000. Let's see. 688. Wow. Look at this. Actual block. Fees 84,979 sats. 96,195 in fees. Wait, 3.9. Wow. Crazy, man. That's crazy, brother. I'm all for these nuts. LOL. Crazy ass spammers. Look at that, man. And then down here. Wow. And then this. That's insane, man. Insane. Good evening, everyone. Jerry and everyone. Ginger, what's up, brother? We're talking about the spam wars right now, Ginger. How are you, sir? We're watching Simply Bitcoin's video on it.
Giving cartel advantage to a monopoly by centralizing access and control, or you could just pay fees. If we have to decide how a transaction gets into block and which transactions should and which transactions shouldn't get into a block because we have limited space.
Well, it's called a monetary network, Antonopoulos. It's real simple. We don't have to decide. It's just, if it's not money, it shouldn't go in there, sir. With all due respect.
There's really only 2 ways to do that. One is to specify in the software which are good transactions and which are bad transactions, what I euphemistically call a dictatorship of developers. Think about it.
It's not a dictatorship of developers. If you have a monetary network and it's built to have monetary transactions on the network and anything else doesn't go into it, how is that a dictatorship? We just don't want anything else except money. Just saying.
If developers gets to decide what is a valid transaction that should be prioritized versus which transaction is wasteful or spam or for an irrelevant application that they don't particularly need, we just created a dictatorship of developers. They decide which applications are now allowed on the network simply by controlling that function.
Again, this is from years ago, but again, the Bitcoin core devs are the ones that are dictators right now. They're the ones that are not even allowing the people, if they download the new software, the new update, and I think it's on October, they're not allowing people to say, hey, we don't want this stuff in. They're the one that are being the dictators. So it depends on what side of the fence you're on. You know what I mean? If they're saying, hey, we're allowing spam and this is it, and the spam filters and the op-ed is this and that, and this is how much we're going to let in, and people say, no, we don't want that. Well, too bad. You know, and then they block people for disagreeing with them on Twitter and all that. Sounds like a dictatorship to me. How about you?
There's only one way to correctly price the scarce resource of transaction space or block space in a way that doesn't give anyone control, and that is a market. So fees operate as a market in order to give the freedom of the sender of each transaction to decide for themselves how important this transaction is and how much of a priority it has in their perspective.
Let's connect the dots real quick. BlackRock now controls over 700,000 Bitcoin. Larry Fink just became the interim co-chair of the WEF. Bitcoin Core, the dominant client, is mostly funded indirectly by Wall Street and MIT. You still think it's just a coincidence that Core wants to be more permissive with spam? Meanwhile, the guys running Knots are basically screaming, if we let them normalize spam, JPEGs, and ordinals, next, they'll normalize marked coins. And then Bitcoin becomes just another KYC chain controlled by the same people who ruined the dollar. And honestly, they might be right, because if nodes stop defending what Bitcoin actually is, Wall Street will happily step in and define it for us. Not with a hard fork, but with a slow cultural drift, one GitHub pull request at a time.
You let a little bit seep in, you give them an inch, and they will take a mile. Okay? That's what it is. Dorsey is a significant supporter of Bitcoin Core through his financial contributions. As of October 2024, Dorsey funds over 60% of Bitcoin Core's development, contributing more than $5 million. Yeah, but what about since and I don't know if you got that from AI or whatever, Bug, but what about since these spam wars? You know what I mean? And Moonshiki, that was great. I think we should let bicycles and pedestrians use all the lanes on the highway. After all, they are off for travel and all taxpayers pay for them. Yeah, exactly. You're not late, brother. I got you on the wheel. Core devs are now devs from Ethereum and Solana. Crazy ass shit. Yep. Again, shit coiners disguised as Bitcoiners, man. Anything that's outside of Bitcoin is a shit coin. If you're accepting money for letting inscriptions and ordinals and JPEGs and all this bullshit, then you're a shitcoiner. I'm sorry. Period. I just finished switching over to Bitcoin Knots and I'm waiting for the blockchain to re-download. Hate to delete BTC Core and the blockchain before I could actually get Knots to install. Wish me luck. Oh, you're good, man. Good job, Spaceman. Good job, brother. Good luck, Spaceman. Let us know how it goes. Yes. I'm switching to Core now. That's what's up, Joey. That's what's up. Sounds like a politician. Exactly. Exactly, man. Again, these people make me sick. Everybody thinks when I say that I'm talking about Democrats. I'm talking about all these hypocrites, man. Because these Bitcoin Core developers sound like Dems to me. Just saying. Spaceman, 3 to 4 days, I imagine, unless you got 64 gigabytes of RAM, might not take as long. You're good. You're good, Spaceman. You're all good. Congratulations on that, man. Love it. Take that action.
One spam filter removed. One ETF-friendly update. And then one day we wake up and realize, oh shit, we're running BlackRock Core version 34.0. Not on our watch. Quick.
Exactly. She's bringing it home right now, man. She is bringing it home. And I got to say this, man. She's doing a great job in this video. But again, any side that Uncle Larry is on and is pushing for, I can't be a part of it, man. I cannot be a part of it, brother. I'm up to 0.02 blockchain download. LOL. Good, man. Good for you, brother. It should take a few minutes if you just drag and drop or replace Core with Knots. No need to re-download the whole blockchain. Yeah. You don't have to re-download. I didn't. It was just right there when I did it. So imagine coming to me for your paycheck, and as I hand it to you, I give you a shoe that I like and magazine that I like and all kinds of BS. I think you should know about before I hand you your money. Wow. Good point, man. Imagine coming to me for your paycheck as I hand it to you. I give you a shoe that I like and magazine that I like and all kinds of BS I think you should know about before I hand you your money. That's exactly what they're doing, Sen. Just got here. What's going on with Knots? We gotta get on Knots, brother. Gotta get on Knots. That's what Core is supporting. Drig17, what's up, bro? You want me to put you on the wheel or what? You stand? They make me sick too, Jerry. No doubt, VHF. No doubt. Sharper than sword. Believe me, I tried. The registry said Knots was already installed. I watched like a couple of videos on it first before I did it. And I went exactly step by step how they did it. Did you watch the BTC session tutorial? Who could say no to free magazine? Mushiki says yes.
reality check. While Larry Fink and the spam mafia try to co-opt Bitcoin, Let-in lets you hodl your Bitcoin without selling. Back loans done right. Run what you believe in. He built run a node that adds money, permissionless. Want Bitcoin to become a Wall Street compliance chain where miners chase a free 30-minute consultation. Where does this leave us? It's simple. If you want Bitcoin to become a Wall Street compliance chain where miners chase cheap profits and Larry Fink decides which sats are clean, run Bitcoin Core 30 and pray they don't drop Core 31. ESG edition. But if you believe Bitcoin is supposed to be sound money, permissionless, uncontrollable, and incorruptible, run Knots or any other version of Core before 30. Build your own template with Ocean or Datum. Run a node that actually protects the rules, not sells them out. Because Satoshi didn't build Bitcoin so that we could negotiate with attackers. He built it so we could ignore them. Nodes enforce the rules. So spin one up. Run what you believe in. And if someone doesn't like it, do it anyway. Why?
Because them, that's why.
Oh, and if you want to talk about this in...
Love it. Great work. Great work. She did a great job on that video, man. I love it. I love it, love it, love it. And again, better late than never, man. You know what I mean? Better late than never, but never late is better. But she did it, so I like it. Hell yeah, boss. Already got nods. I thought people were switching to Core. Absolutely not, brother. We are smarter than those dirty authoritarian bastards. We got God on our side. Absolutely. It's good versus evil at this point, VHF. BTC has a great tutorial on setting up Notch. Yeah, I got a couple of videos that I watched that I put in my windows with my the same as my Bitcoin Knots and Core and stuff like that. And I just watched those and I just walked it right through it. Here, let me show you what I got here. Let me show you guys. If anybody wants to switch to Knots, let's see. I got it up here. Okay. So here's mine. I know Gray Motion don't like to see this, but I didn't change this yet, the Bitcoin Core insignia, but I am running Bitcoin Knots. That's my mempool, and that's the Electros. And then this is the video that I watched. This first one, switch from Bitcoin Core to Knots. This was a really good video. So I'll put this in the links. That's a good one right there. Boom. Very good video. And then this as well. This is really good. This will walk you right through it. Okay. This is the Start 9 chat or whatever forum. And I'll put that in the links as well in the chat. That's a step-by-step guide. This is what I did, and I'm telling you, it took me 5 minutes. This video right here was good by Southern Bitcoiner, how to run Bitcoin Knots on Start 9, replace Bitcoin Core. Really good. These are quick videos too. 4 or 5 minute videos. I'll put this in the chat as well. Boom. This video right here. Lovely lady right here. Satoshi 21. How to switch from Bitcoin Core to Knots on Start 9 and why it matters. Really good videos, guys. Again, if we talk about the problems, we're gonna focus on the solutions here. Yep, that's right, Gray. Young lady right there. Absolutely. These are the ones I watched. You know what I mean? Let's see what this one is. So yeah, that was it. Those videos, and you'll be good to go, man. You will be good to go, ladies and gentlemen. So check those out. That's what I watched. Those 2 or 3, 4 videos I watched, and then read that thing, and it just walk you right through it. If you already have the, everything downloaded, and it was good to go, man. So I love it. Yeah, that was a long video too. I saw it, but I just wanted to get right to the point, man. I was gone for a bit. You all good, Joey? Did I win anything? No, you're good, brother. I'm running Start 9 myself, sir. Describe most liberal. Let's see. Yep. You describe most liberal viruses. Give a little bit, give an inch, and they demand a mile or more. and push for more. They will always demand they deserve more, etc. Will never stop. Exactly, man. Exactly, Lauren. This is why the left is so far left right now. This is why the far left lunatics have taken over the Democrat Party. Nah, I just raw dogged her. Figured it would work out eventually. LOL. Spaceman. Make sure to set the filters via Satoshi 21 video. Yep. Because each one of those videos says a little bit different thing, but it's all like 95% the same. But there's a 5 to 6, 7, 10% little bit of difference. You watch those videos, you'll be golden. 5 minutes. Seriously. Once the first person has a smart idea to send an image of certain illegal, they will get a backlash they could never have imagined. Exactly, Moshiki. Exactly. What are y'all running? Umbrella star 9. Star 9 for me, sir. Moshiki, finally someone else thinking what I was already thinking. Yes. Did I win anything? No, you did not, sir. I was gone for a bit. Nope. Paul is very good. Come to this forum and I'll help you out. Yep. I've seen that video as well. Yep. How to switch from Bitcoin constant. No, I'm sorry. And why it matters. Yes, Gray. Tell him again, sir. Does the Bitcoin white paper mention anything about running a node? Yes, it does. Bug sure does. Yep. Reasonable laws have entered the chat. Yep. Start 9 is the ticket. That's right, Jor. That is right. Something happened on speed. Oh my God. Well, 2,500 again. CYM. CYM is not playing around, bro. Clean your machine again. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. How much is that? Sin. 2,500 times 7. 17,500 sats. Which means, Trent, that he is number one, sir. He is the number one zapper today. Right? Wait, hold on. What was his? 17,500. Trent sent 15,000 plus. Trent just sent in 2,500 sats. I said I'm number one. He sent in a CYM zap. Trent did. So, well, I don't have to add any more. Damn, Trent. And he sent it with CYM zap. Damn. Woohoo. 88 Ass Radio. If we run a BitAxe, will that take care of it? No. BitAxe is a node. I mean, my little like startup miner. It has nothing to do with being a node. Trent's the boy now. Yes, he is. Yes, he is. Thank you, Ian, for doing that, man, for bringing up the competition. Thank you again, bro. That's a lot of sats, man. Seriously, Ian. That's a few days worth of sats, bro. So I usually get one of those a day, sometimes two. So thank you so much, brother. How much does a start 9 cost? They're not cheap. They're not cheap. What the hell? Oh my goodness. Well, Trent, that was very short-lived, sir. CYM sent another one. 8 of them now. Trent's he's done 8 of them, brother. Is that 20,000 sats? Times 8. 20,000 sats. For Ian. Damn, Ian. Thank you, brother. Jesus. Jerry has deemed me his personal CGBT. Said, listen, when you're not a smart guy, you recognize the smart guys. You don't have to be smart when you recognize the smart guys. I used to cheat on this from this one dude, this nerd, so much at school. When he didn't know something, I said, me neither. On the page. I left it blank. Wow. Thank you so much, CYM, again for another zap. But Trent said, I got 5,000 on that. So, yeah. Thank you, Trent. Damn, Trent. 7,500 Trent just sent in a couple of minutes. Thank you, Trent. Jesus, man. He would tell me today was going to be a light day, man. Thank you so much, Trent. And Ian, I appreciate it. Wow. Well, our dollar buy came through, and that was 883 sats on the side note. Sheesh. $600 to $1,200. Bidax knots and a datum template to Ocean, and you're golden. Yep. That's my next move right there. Bidax. 620. How much does a Bidax cost? Couple $100. 900 VHF. Ian, thank you again, man. 600 to 1200. If you can get it, yeah, they're sold out, brother. Thank you, no doubt. Wow. But if you build your own for 300 or so and flash the Start 9 OS to it, okay. The answer is always C on the screen. Yes. You know how many times I did C? But it's something. Ain't that right, Jerry? Corey, what's up, brother? We're talking about Bitcoin nodes. And we're talking about being sovereign, man. Corey, my man, how are you, sir? Corey got sats. They call him the dollar dude, the dollar man. LOL, Corey. Okay, I'm sending the rest of my sats to bed. Yes, yes. Thank you again, Trent. My God, Trent. Hey, VHF, my plan worked. Got you a bit of a payday today, buddy. Thank you, man. Wow, Ian, did Jenny take over your phone? That's what Jenny usually does, man. We got 33 in the chat. 33 epochs. And Jesus was 33. Just saying. It'd be nice if the Bidax weren't always sold out. Yeah. Yeah. Hi, guys, sats. Corey. My node is 2 terabytes hard drive, about $100. Hi, Samantha M. Sin. Corey, Buckaroo, salute. Jerry talked yesterday about going to let in for a loan on his Bitcoin. These two keep it up. He won't have to. I know, man. Oh, my gosh. Thank you guys so much, man. My God, man. You know, sometimes I, because my views have been down a little bit and stuff like that, I don't get a lot of love sometimes from the algos, Lauren, But you guys always show me that you guys want me here, and I appreciate you guys very much, man. Seriously. Buckaroo, Roo, salute. Check out Brains Node, brother. Beautiful stuff. Nice. Zendido. Check out Crypto Cloaks. All right, Drig. Drig, you want me to put you on the wheel of Satoshi or what? Customer here. Thank you, Ian. Thank you. Unfit to be slaves and a friend, sir. Don't forget about that. Unfit to be slaves. You damn right, VHF. Yes, sir. Okay, Drig 17. Got you, brother. Drig 17. Got you, man. All right, let's do a couple of spins here. Let's see. Let's see, mainnet. Pull it out a little bit like this. Share this tab instead. Zoom out. Okay. 816. What's the last one? 813. All right. So let's spin for 814 and let's see who wins it. Ian, look at that. Look at that, Ian. You give and you shall receive. Hey, Dollar General. LOL. Hey, Bug. Ian, congratulations. 815 goes to who? 814 went to Ian and his grandson. So you gets 815. Amos, you're a winner, sir. Hey. Sharper and Drig, gracias, fellas. Yes. Thank you so much. Amos CBT, are you here, sir? You have one block 815. CYM and Amos. 605. Wow, we've been here 2 hours already. Good game, Amos. Now we're going to get into the nitty gritty. This next one. We're going to watch Matthew Cratter's video from this morning. Now, he's been talking about this for months, guys. And I got to say, he hit some spots that made me go, damn, man. You know what I mean? Because I went to the Bitcoin conference. I did not pay for it. I did not pay for a ticket, but I did go there, though. I got the latest Brains model, man. It's quiet and looks awesome. Wow. Okay. You're here. Okay, brother. Amos CBT. Amos, you're welcome, brother. Amos, do I have you in my black book? Let me see. I think I do. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. You're brand new. That's right. I got you, bro. Thank you, no doubt. Congrats. Pleb Source, Nerd, Quack, 0.48, 375, or Bidax Gamma Pro 107. I have one of each of those and one Bidax Gamma, but it overheats too much. Oh, okay. I really like this cold card. Just scan the QR code. Never fall for a fake QR code again. It literally tells you if your wallet owns that address. No, trust me, bro, anymore. Wow. Cool, man. Nice. Amos, congratulations on block 815. 816 goes to who? Sharpen the sword. I like what I see. You know what I want to get, Gray? Holy moly. You know what I want to get, Sin, Gray, and Sharper? I want to get, because I live in Vegas, I want to get a solar powered one. You guys know anything about that? Holy moly. Kramer, Gray looking into upgrading the heat sink. Yeah. Congrats, holy moly. Holy moly. Holy moly. Congratulations, brother. Boy, Matthew Cratter did a good one today. Congrats, bro. Holy moly. We're going to watch that one. All right, so. Okay, we're all caught up. 8:16. All right, let's get into Matthew Cratter's video. Is Bitcoin Core compromised? Move out of the way. Is Bitcoin Core compromised? Yes. Holy. I have 2 Bidax Gamma and upgraded both heat sinks for about 20 to 30 off Amazon. Have them overclocked to 2 TH and no overheat issues. Okay. Aren't the new ones from Jack capable of that? I don't know. Matthew Cratter from Bitcoin University. This is the GOAT, ladies and gentlemen. Let's hear what he has to say about, is Bitcoin Core compromised? Let's see.
This is Matthew Cratter's Bitcoin University. Today I want to answer the question, is Bitcoin Core compromised? What is going on over there? Here's the situation. A lot of Bitcoin mining pools are choosing to mine a lot of spam. And a lot of Bitcoiners like you and I who run Bitcoin nodes don't like the spam because we just want to use Bitcoin as money. Yes, we're weird that way. Bitcoin node runners don't get paid to store the spam. Bitcoin node runners don't get paid to relay the spam.
I love this man's sense of humor. Love it. I'm going to slow it down a little bit. Well, I love his sense of humor, man. Love it.
Bitcoin nodes don't like the spam because we just want to use Bitcoin as money. Yes, we're weird that way. Bitcoin node runners don't get paid to store the spam. Bitcoin node runners don't get paid to relay the spam. It's all downside and it's no upside for us node runners. And the only people making money from the spam are crypto VCs like David Bailey, malicious mining pools like Mara, companies like Taproot Wizards, etc. Bitcoiners like you and I don't want to have anything to do with the spam or its scammy.
Sorry, Sharper. Is it this one? I got the latest brain amount of man. It's quiet. It looks awesome. That one, Sharper, or is it something else? Because if you said something else, it's not showing up on my end, bro. I'm done for the day. Good, man. Sorry, Sharper. That's the one I see, sir. Breaking. The Bitcoin technician just uploaded a new video. Check it out and please like and subscribe. Thank you for that. Backpacker. Bitcoin no runners don't get paid anything. Exactly. Reposted. LOL. I don't see it, brother. I like the Bidax. I have 3 and a MM1. My opponent doesn't have my own pool, but I also have 3 nanos and 2 Qs that are the workhorses on Ocean. Mining is like speed, addictive. Wow. And so I buy a couple since they are quiet and only use about $5 a month of electricity. Hey, finger pickers. What's up, finger pick? Sorry, Sharper. I didn't It must didn't go through on my end or something. Fingerpicked, how are you? All right, let's do this. Weird, man. I posted it twice, yet it sucks. Yeah. The brains node scene. Send. I'm going to sit with my wife. Don't mention. Got you. I was wondering about that too. Scotty, doing a bit of housework. Be back in a bit. All right, Scotty. Scotty's sending 99 sats. Thank you, Scotty. And I will take you off the wheel for now, sir. Just let me know when you come back. So, easy home Bitcoin mining. Okay. Yeah, I seen Renita have one of these, Sen. That looks nice, man. Looks nice. Okay. Thank you, Sen. I appreciate that. Very much, sir. Going to Sen. Okay. I was saying Brains actually did a post. You can connect the node to a portable solar power even. Okay. Got you, bro. I'm thinking of getting another and have 2 different displays on. LOL. Nice. Let's do it.
Meet promoters. And for this reason, we try to keep spam out of our nodes. Now, unfortunately, we have to accept spam that has already made its way into blocks. Otherwise, we fall out of consensus. But we certainly don't have to accept spam in our mempool. Mempool is just where every Bitcoin node stores transactions that have not yet been included in a block by a miner. There's no such thing as the mempool. Every single Bitcoin node has its own mempool, which is short for memory pools, you could guess. So we have this disconnect between miners and the mempools of non-mining nodes. Most mining pools are putting spam into blocks, but many mempools like mine try to exclude the spam, these spam transactions.
BTC Bug has a good question. He says, so since Bitcoin node runners don't get paid, why are we forking out $1,000 for the node unit and paying for electricity on top of it? Very good question, Bug. So first of all, you don't have to pay $1,000 for one. You can build one on your own. You can use an old computer. You know, you can do a lot of things to run a node. And that's number one. But number two is it doesn't use any electricity, extra electricity or power, right? That's you're confusing that with a miner, right? The reason why you want to run a node is because you want to decentralize the network. The more nodes that we have around the world, the more decentralized Bitcoin becomes. So it doesn't take any extra electric power. You can use an old computer and download the whole Bitcoin network. That's all a node is, Bug. You just download the entire Bitcoin blockchain onto a computer. And that's it. And you're just verifying transactions. It's a difference between that and being a miner, Bug. Bug, good question. It's not necessary. Yep. Nodes are cheap. Miners are expensive. But no need to spend that much. Yep. Bug, because validating the network is essential to Bitcoin's overall success. That's right, VHF. As much as a light bulb, yeah. So, are the miners profitable, Gray? Good question. I think he's making something. Stop waiting to the last minute. My grandson always waits to the last second.
Spam into blocks, but many mempools like mine try to exclude these spam transactions, and not send them along to other nodes. It's a weird situation when mining pools are including transactions that so many Bitcoin node runners hate. So how should this disconnect between mining and mempools be handled? In the past, it was always handled the same way. Bitcoin mining pools were expected to defer to Bitcoin node runners. Here's an example from Bitcoin Core in 2016. This is BIP 152 discussing compact blocks. The primary goal is reducing the bandwidth spikes at relay time, et cetera, et cetera. As a side effect, ordinary non-mining nodes like you and me will download and upload blocks faster if those blocks were produced by miners using similar transaction filtering policies. Oh, looks like they're doing some filtering. It's not censorship back then. Everyone understood this. This means that a miner who produces a block.
What he's doing now is he's showing what the Bitcoin Core boys used to say back in the days. Number one is they knew what spam was, number one. And number two, they didn't allow it back then. And that's what he's reading now. And he's like, well, what's the change? What's the change? Why were you guys okay with, quote unquote, knowing what spam is? Number one, the number one thing, because they play stupid like they didn't know it. And number two, why are you letting this stuff go through now and you didn't let it go through in 2016? Why? That's the question. It's like volunteering at voting polls, non-paid but necessary for the republic to run as smooth as possible. Damn, that's a good damn analogy, Sin. That's why you run a node, because you're voting, You don't get paid to go to the polls. Damn, that's a good one, Sin. As long as you have a terabyte computer. Yep. Running a miner is fun also. And boy, if I hit a block, that fish grease style. That's fish grease style. Yes, it is, bro. Oh my God, is it? Matthew came with receipts. Yeah, he went digging. He went digging. Damn right.
With many transactions discouraged by your node will be relayed slower.
He's just calling out the hypocrisy, man. Because these people are saying, "Oh, well," he's like, "Well, wait a minute. What? This was 2016. Here's the receipts. You said this then. You knew what spam was. You knew it was bad. You didn't want it in the blocks. So again, now you don't know what spam is. And then when it is, oh well, we got to work with them because of this and that. Huh? What are you talking about? Totally depends on what you pay for electric per KHW and what your idea of profit is, though. At 7 cents, you can make a profit. Any more than that, you can't make profit. Nice.
Or than one with only transactions already in your memory pool, in your mempool. And here's the emphasis. This is from Unhosted, and he was able to find this as part of his research. The overall effect, quote, the overall effect of such relay differences, in other words, differences in how nodes pass on transactions on the network, may result in blocks which include widely discouraged transactions, losing a stale block race, and therefore, and here's the conclusion, the important thing, therefore miners may wish to configure their node, their mining node, to take common relay policies into consideration. In other words, if they don't want to lose a block race, they should change their mempool and their filtering. Bitcoin Core in 2016 is telling mining pools that if they mine blocks that contain transactions that most nodes have never seen, because those transactions have never made their way through the node's mempools, then those mining pools risk missing out on winning a block when there's a race between two mining pools who found a block at the same time. In other words, and this is the really important part, mining pools are expected to conform to mempools or the mempools of non-mining nodes, I should say, and not put stuff in blocks that's not being widely relayed around the network by nodes, and certainly not put stuff in blocks that the nodes hate. That was Bitcoin Core's solution in 2016 to help to avoid orphan blocks and make the network run more smoothly. And now we're going to see what their solution is in 2025, which is unfortunately quite different. But I'll pause really briefly here before going on to ask you, if you're finding this video interesting so far, to ask you to help to support this channel's educational mission. Hit the subscribe button. That does really help. Leave a like, leave a comment, question, suggestion for a future video, and share this video with a friend or family member. So this is how Bitcoin Core suggested solving this in 2016. Basically, the miners were expected to bend their wills to the node runners. Now let's take a look at how Bitcoin Core devs approach this in 2025. This is Gloria Zhao's comments of Bitcoin Core on this policy to uncap data carrier. And she writes, another motivation is to support Bitcoin's public decentralized market for block space by not making transaction relay policy stricter than what is reliably mined. In other words, miners come first and nodes are expected to bend their relay policy to make miners happy. And she mentions this in another tweet here. When transactions are reliably mined in blocks, disallowing them in default relay policy only serves to harm mempool utility and block propagation. Beginning of this post says there have been a number of demands that Bitcoin Core use transaction relay policy to prevent certain kinds of transactions from being mined based on use case. Here's another Bitcoin Core dev who doesn't understand that the main and only use case of Bitcoin is as money. And as Giacomo points out in his response to her saying, there have been a number of demands that Bitcoin Core use transaction relay policy to prevent certain kinds of transactions from being mined based on use case. This doesn't seem correct. This is Giacomo's response. This doesn't seem correct. Bitcoin Core already uses transaction relay policy to increase friction to get mined for certain kinds of transactions. Preventing it is entirely, obviously unfeasible, etc. The number of demands are for a core to keep it.
So we got to let it through because we can't stop it, guys. Just let it through because we can't stop it. Not only let them through, but let more through. We've been doing this, guys. What's the problem? This is their argument, man. Again, these people make me sick, man. They make me absolutely sick, bro.
It that way, either fixing an unintended loosening of policy shift with Taproot or an intended one actively discussed now, the whole data carrier size and op return debate. So most Bitcoin Core devs in 2025 expect Bitcoin node runners to make changes to their mempool policies to accommodate and defer to Bitcoin miners. This is the complete opposite of the Bitcoin Core ethos in 2016, when miners instead were expected to defer to node runners and the network.
Yeah, you had to refer to node runners when you wanted certain things to go through the blockchain or through the blocks. But now it's node runners. We've been doing this. We've been letting this stuff through. You don't have a choice. And once we do this update, it's going to go through. Close that door. We're going to let it go through. What's the problem? But again, he's showing the receipts from what happened in 2016, and now 2025, all of a sudden, these people act like we forgot. But Matthew Kramer said, nah, here go the receipts right here, bro. What's the difference? What is the difference? And that's what we're about to find out.
Now, what explains this huge cultural shift in Bitcoin Core and how it approaches spam and filtering? One explanation that I'm increasingly becoming convinced of is that a lot of Bitcoin Core devs in 2025 are compromised. For example, why in the world are Bitcoiners still allowing a shitcoiner like Jameson Lopp anywhere near Bitcoin Core? He literally founded and runs a company that supports Ethereum. This is not what I want to see Bitcoin Core devs working on. He actively supports spam and Taproot Wizards. You can see here with this Taproot Wizard hat. Taproot Wizards are one of the worst offenders when it comes to putting spam on chain. And of course, they're funded by David Bailey, the crypto VC. And Jameson Lopp was also invested in Zatria, which we had to deal with this whole debate over. This is really what kicked it off, this whole debate over opportune size. So that's Jameson Lopp. Then we have Peter Todd, who in this post is
Peter Todd's another one. Peter Todd, a.k.a. Satoshi Nakamoto from the HBO documentary. Smart young man, man. But again, watch the incentives. Watch this part, guys. He says the quiet part out loud right here. Watch this. Hold on, something happened on strike. Oh, Joey, thank you, man. Thank you. Listen to this.
Is bragging that he got paid $5,000 to do some programming to make this meme coin on Solana. This is a Bitcoin Core dev doing this and getting paid on the side. And as maybe
he got paid $5,000 to do that, ladies and gentlemen. All right, let me go back to it because somebody just called me. Hold on. Watch this.
In this post is bragging that he got paid $5,000 to do some programming to make this meme coin on Solana. This is a Bitcoin Core dev.
A meme coin on Solana. A Bitcoin Core dev is making some side money with Solana. One bad day would get pumped. Laugh your way to the moon. 5K, and he put it up there bragging about it. Again, man, if he'll do that, what else will he do? These people make me sick, man. Absolutely sick.
Doing this and getting paid on the side. And as Maple points out here, so you're telling me he's not bought and paid for pay-to-play dev.
Joey, thank you so much for that huge donation too, brother. Thank you so much, Joey.
He'll push whatever ship you put in front of him, provided it's attached to a bag. This is Peter Todd, obviously a huge supporter of spam as well. So these are the kind of Bitcoin Core devs we have. And maybe they were a lot better in the past. Maybe they weren't. When you see things like this, it's not surprising to learn that Bitcoin Core has sat idly on its hands for the past 2 years, in spite of the community asking for them to patch the inscriptions hack. But they've sat idly on their hands for the past 2 years as inscription spam has taken over and the UTXO set has exploded. They didn't care about the UTXO set exploding when it came to inscriptions spam, but they're so concerned that Zatria might put a little bit of naked pub keys in the blockchain. And this is part of their explanation for why node runners need to relay more spam and blow open the opportune filter. Now they're actively returning that, removing that filter in their next software update in October. So I think there's something seriously wrong going on here. And the burden of
Oh my God, Sin. Sin, that's it. Wow, why didn't I come up with that? I usually come up with names like that. Bitcoin whore devs, man. That's exactly what they are. Golly, Sin. That's a good one, bro. I wish we wasn't on live because I was damn sure would have stole that. Exactly what they are, brother. Jerry, I'm tapping out for the night. You all have a good one. All right, Sonny, we love you, brother. Take care of yourself. Exactly, Sin. They're whore devs, man. Greedy. Simple as that. Simple as that. Just like these politicians, man. They're whores too. They're not politicians, they're prostitutes, ladies and gentlemen. This is what they are. If you're supposed to be Bitcoin Core developers and you're here for the right reason, no one can give you any kind of money to do that kind of stuff. You'd be like, nah, man, I ain't doing that. Absolutely not. Even me, I'm a nobody. Nobody can hand me a bunch of money and say, here, do this for your own bag or your own self-interest and help corrupt the system. Absolutely not. There's no money in the world that can pay me to do that. Nothing.
The proof is not on us. The burden of proof is on Bitcoin Core devs to explain to us why, since 2023, they've deviated constantly and consistently from Bitcoin's core culture, which is always the opportune filter. Now they're actively returning that, removing that filter in their next software update in October. So I think there's something seriously wrong going on here. And the burden of proof is not on us. The burden of proof is on Bitcoin Core devs to
He's starting to cook now. Matthew's starting to cook now. He's getting pissed now, boy. He said the burden of proof is not on us, it's on you. You're the one that changed your position. We're the same. Don't look at us like we're stupid. Again, this is just like the Democrat Party, man, going so far left. And again, I'm not trying to get political. The Democrat Party went too far left and changing. These whore developers are going too far left, man. And now they're like, oh, what do you mean? We've been doing this and blah, blah, blah. No, not like this. And who's paying you and why are you doing it?
There's something seriously wrong going on here. And the burden of proof is not on us. The burden of proof is on Bitcoin Core devs to explain to us why, since 2023, they have deviated constantly and consistently from Bitcoin's core culture, which has always been anti-spam, as I talk about in this video, which I'll link to in the description notes below. Bitcoin, everyone understands this. Everyone who came to Bitcoin for money understands this. Bitcoin is a monetary network and should not be used for non-monetary things like spam. Bitcoin is king. Things like Ethereum are a complete scam as well. And anyone who believes otherwise, people like James and Lopp, should not be allowed anywhere near Bitcoin Core. Bitcoin Core devs who are pro-spam or pro-shitcoins like Lopp and Peter Todd and others should be defunded and or driven out of town, like we did to scammers like Roger Ver and Craig Wright.
Damn, he is calling them out by name. I love it, man. I love it. Now, there's a part up here that hit me because I was a part of this. So I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna raise my hand and I'm gonna talk about this when he talks about it. Watch.
Why does a shitcoiner like Lopp, someone who wrecked his own customers by getting them into Ethereum right after the move to proof of stake, which anyone with half a brain could see was going to be a complete disaster, why do we Bitcoiners still let this guy anywhere near Bitcoin Core? Anyone who's pro-shitcoin, pro-spam should not be working at Bitcoin Core, period. And again, this is not censorship. This is what a healthy Bitcoin culture has been doing for years, publicly shaming and driving out shitcoiners, scammers, and anyone else who wants to bloat the chain with non-monetary data. And this includes people who put on big Bitcoin conferences like David Bailey. I don't care if you're supporting meme coins, if you're supporting tokens on Bitcoin, and if you're doing all this stuff at your Asian Bitcoin conferences that are even more full of shitcoins. If you're funding companies like Taproot Wizards, I think people should boycott your magazine, boycott your conference, and stop listening to you and treat you.
I went to the conference. This is why I didn't want to go. You know what I mean? This is why I didn't want to go to the conference, and I did go to the conference. He's talking about David Bailey right now. And I got to say, I had a lot of fun at the conference. There was a lot of shit coining in there. There's a lot of shit I didn't like. I didn't support it. But to my, not credit, but I did not pay for the ticket. Okay, I got the ticket for free. I did go. I think David Bailey is a net positive for Bitcoin, but I do not like the shit coining or the shit coining that Matthew Crater says. And I'm not as hardcore on David Bailey as Matthew Crater is. I understand why he's saying it. He's like, if you're shit coining at all, you shouldn't mess with it. He does the same thing with Trump too, Matthew Crater. But again, I am a free market capitalist, right? You do what you want. I'm just not going to support it. So for full disclosure, I am going to the Bitcoin conference next year. I did not pay for the ticket while you were there last year or this year. If you signed up within 24 or 48 hours, they gave you a free ticket. And I did go. I did go last year with a free ticket, and I'm going next year with a free ticket. You know what I mean? And again, I was not going to go, but then me and George talked, and you guys know the whole story. So I don't want to sound like a hypocrite up here. I felt the same way. I don't really like David Bailey like that. But overall, I think he is a net positive. Again, Matthew Crater is the same way about Trump. He doesn't like that Trump is shit coining. I don't like it either. But again, I don't care if people ship coin. Just don't just try to destroy Bitcoin's core. And I don't know if David Bailey's doing that. I don't know. You know what I mean? I'm still up in the air about that.
You with the same respect that we now treat people like Craig Wright and Roger Ver. And here's another thing. If you donate to groups that fund Bitcoin Core, like OpenSats or Brink, for example, I think you should let them know how you feel about this if you agree with the position I'm taking here. And if you don't like the response, just stop donating. It's very easy to hit them where it hurts. If you're a Bitcoin Core dev who's anti-spam and anti-shitcoin and are as appalled by this turn of events as we are, I think now's the time to speak up publicly so we know that you can be trusted and so that we can find funding for you in the future if you need it. But at this point, my default assumption is that any Bitcoin Core devs who are still going along with this are either compromised in some way. Maybe they're being paid like Peter Todd. Maybe they have companies that want to make Bitcoin more like Ethereum because they support Ethereum like James and Lopp, or they're just economically illiterate or ignorant of the history of Bitcoin culture.
This is the same way I feel about these politicians that go against America. It's either one or two things. Either you're compromised, right? Well, it's actually three things. You're compromised, like threatened or something like that, you're getting paid and you're a piece of shit, or you're just stupid. You know what I mean? That's why a lot of these Democrats on the federal level, that's how I think of them. So at this point, he's saying his default assumption is that any Bitcoin core devs who are still going along with this are either compromised by money, right? Or threatened or something, or economically illiterate or ignorant of the history of Bitcoin culture. And you know these Bitcoin cores are not number two. You know they understand the history of Bitcoin and the cyberpunk stuff and the libertarian stance and was it anarcho-capitalist or whatever anti-government stance. Most of these people are. I just think they're honestly they're just taking money from the big boys. It's as simple as that.
And if they're that, they shouldn't be working on Bitcoin Core either. These people belong really at a project like Ethereum or Solana instead. It looks like some of them, like Peter Todd, are gradually moving over to Solana because these people care nothing about the self-sovereignty of node runners. No one cares about node runners in the Ethereum ecosystem or the Solana ecosystem. This is what makes Bitcoin so unique.
And that's what he's saying. Node runners and Bitcoin are very, very important to our ecosystem. Very. And he's saying what Matthew Crater is saying is these people and Bitcoin Core now, because they're so compromised or whatever is going on with them, because we don't know for sure, they don't care about us, right? Like Michael Jackson said, they don't care about the Bitcoin node runners. They don't care about the base layer of Bitcoin. They don't care what's going on into the chain. They don't care. They don't care that you have to pay more to run a node and to download the chain and everything that's going on and the transaction fee. They don't care as long as they're getting theirs. And say, well, if you're going to think that way, then go be a shitcoiner, man. Go over there with Ethereum and all the rest of the people. You don't belong on the base layer of the monetary system and be a core developer of this system. And I completely agree with that. So that's why we need to get away from core and get over to nuts and say, fuck them.
As for self-sovereign Bitcoiners, our mempools belong to us alone, and we will never change them to make corrupt miners happy. The correct order of precedence is Bitcoin nodes above Bitcoin miners. And Bitcoin miners have a long history of doing stupid things. They need to be reined in by the Bitcoin nodes. Bitcoin node runners are the guardians of the network. And you have to ask yourself, why is this so difficult for the very people who are working on node software at Bitcoin Core to understand? They're making Bitcoin node software, and yet they seem much more interested in pleasing companies like Satria, pleasing people like David Bailey, pleasing people like Jameson Lopp, who supports Ethereum. If you want to learn more about the self-sovereignty of your mempool and how it should be treated, I'll put a link to this in the description notes below, as well as if you want to join this movement and run Bitcoin knots and tell Bitcoin Core to go where, I'll put a link to this video in the description notes below that teaches you how to run Bitcoin knots. And especially if you look in the description notes here, you'll see lots of resources that will show you how to run Bitcoin knots for free, or how to build or buy a personal server that you can use to run Bitcoin knots. And then I thought that Mechanic covered a lot of these issues really well in his latest video. So I'll put a link to that in the description notes below. Definitely worth listening to. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to hit the subscribe and like buttons. Hit the notification bell if you want to be notified when I publish my next video. And let me know your questions and comments in the comment section below. Thanks a lot for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.
GOAT. Matthew Crater is a GOAT, ladies and gentlemen. Love Matthew Crater, bro. Always dropping the heat. I've learned so much from this guy over the last few years, and I really, really appreciate his work. And again, here's a link to that video. Make sure you guys go subscribe to my man Matthew Crater. He always does a great job, man. And I completely agree with him. The only thing I've ever disagreed with him on is politics. I think he's a little bit too far off of, just getting away from that. And I understand what he's saying and stuff like that. But again, for the most part, I agree with everything he says and what he said in this video. So these hoard devs are hoarding spams. Yep, exactly. And again, all you got to do is look at incentives, man. Did they all of a sudden get dumb all of a sudden? They don't know what's going on? Something just happened on strike. Look at this. Oh, no, okay. Scotty's back. Scotty doing a bit of house. No, hold on. Scotty says, didn't take too long. These 99 sats are brought to you by Lightning, the layer 2 on Bitcoin. Why not try it out today? That's right, Scotty. Thank you, man. I'm going to put you back on the wheel, Scotty. Smarter since I've been over here too, VHF. Oh, thank you, Emily. I always learn from Crater too. Always fun. You need to catch up with his videos. Yeah, I watch him every single morning, Samantha. Every morning. He's my zen, man. Because I'm a guy that's a little bit fired up, if you haven't noticed. But and by the way, guys, if you haven't seen this already. I made a video today. The Bitcoin spammers must be stopped. So Dean, if you're here and anybody that likes watching my walk around videos, I made that video today. So go ahead and check that out. And I was a little bit more animated in that video than I was in this video. So all right, let's see where we're at. All right, we're 8:16. Let's do 8:20, and then we'll call it a night, and we'll do the all or nothing game. All right, thank you guys so much for being here. I appreciate it. 8:17, you're up. Emily, congratulations. You are the winner. 11 of y'all haven't hit the like button. Oh, thank you, VHF. Yeah, if you guys are still here, hit that like button only if you like it. Please and thank you. And now it's time for your new nickname, sir. Oh, boy. I forgot about this. Oh, boy. All right, let me have it, Sin. While you're typing it, let me spin 8:18. Oh, boy, Sin. Yay, thank you, Jerry and fam, no doubt. Nice, Jerry. I seen that this morning. Okay, that was for you, Dean. That was for you, sir. Hello, Jerry and everyone. I'm late today. You're all good. Woke up bullish. He woke up like this. What's up, bro? Jason won. Jason, are you here, sir? Emily, give me some of that juice you got. A rabbit foot, maybe? Yeah. Jason, are you here? Let me know you're... Some people still believe CW is Satoshi. Really? Since you like to always get fired up and you're always fighting for us plebs, I dub you Sat Turner. Sat Turner, huh? Since you like to always get fired up and you're always fighting for us plebs, I dub you Sat Turner. Like Nat Turner. Correct? I like it, man. Jason, I like this, and thank you. I appreciate that. You, Emily, I caught it just in time. You did. Why is Adam back on Team Core? I don't know. Is he still, though? That's my question. Because it's one thing, because everybody was on Team Core. You know what I mean? But now that they're doing this, I want to hear their latest thoughts on Core now. You know what I mean, Jor? Exactly. Thank you, man. Sat Turner. Sat Turner or Tina Turner. Okay. Sin, nice, Jason. CW? Thank you, Sin, for the kind nickname, man. Sat Turner. I like it. Jason, you're the winner, brother. Let me put Woke Up Bullish on here. Because he woke up like this. The all or nothing game is coming next, guys. So please make sure you're here. Or you're talking in the comments. Please. We are all winners. Yes. Stands for Craig Wright. Yeah. I don't even like saying that name, bro. Yeah. And yeah, people really do think that. Emily, WUB. I hate all the abbreviations. Yeah. All right. 819 is going to go to who? Let's see. Looks like Hodler to me. Hodler. Hodler is the winner.
Nobody in your life has showed you active disdain. You're not stacking hard enough. If you are still invited to a family Thanksgiving, you're not stacking hard enough. If you're made fun of for brown bagging your lunch, you're not stacking hard enough. If your car is younger than Bitcoin, you're not stacking hard enough. If somebody hasn't called you a retard in your life, you're not stacking hard enough. You're just not stacking hard enough.
Holler, congratulations. My coworker was always trying to discredit Bitcoin was telling me months ago that CW is, oh God, these people are stupid. Congratulations, Holler. Joe, I think I just saw a recent tweet from him being a core sympathizer. I wonder if him being involved with a Bitcoin treasury company influences his stance. Good question. AON, yes. Yellow, yes. Holler, stacking hard enough. Yes. Congrats, Holler. Munshiki, never heard of him. Don't even look him up. It's not even worth it. Whoop, brown bang, that good game, Holler. Luis, Lil Tay of crypto. Thank you. Munshiki, he tried for years and years to convince people he is Satoshi, and in the end, lost in court. Yeah, LMAO, a tad of crypto. Lil Tay, Samsung, for knots versus Adam back for core. Samsung, yep. Craig wrong. That's what I call him. That's exactly what I call him. That's so funny. Satoshi is dead, obviously. Okay. Holler's the winner for 819. Let's see who won 820. Sharper. Is that it? We all caught up? Yep, we're all caught up. That was 820. All right, guys. Thank you guys so much for coming in. I appreciate it. Now it's everybody's favorite game, the all or nothing game. So let me get this wheel ready. 1,000. Boy, Jerry, the accountant, does not like this game at all, guys. He gets very angry at me when we play this. This is just a thank you for sitting here listening to me for 2 hours and 45 minutes yapping. You know what I mean? But hey, I appreciate you guys, man. I really do. 1,000. All right. Pot's right? 1, 2, 3, 4. Do we have 4? 1, 2, 3. I think we have 4 today. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. We're going to have 4 winners today. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, 51 on the wheel. Satoshi's dead. Sherman, Sharper. I have F-bombs in the video. Heavy F-bombs in the video. Yes, boy. Boom, yes. AON. Ushiki sounds funny. The mess he got himself into, yes. Lots of F's given, LOL, yes. Good thing we don't pay Jerry the accountant for his opinion. JLF, a.k.a. Sat Turner, opinion is all that counts. Nah, it's all that your opinion counts, man. Thank you. Sat Turner. Thank you, Sid. I appreciate that. Well, at least when you're yapping, you ain't an ankle biter. Yes, great. Why do people see the number of likes? Are y'all on your little phones, or do you keep refreshing? It stays the same all stream for me once I push the thumbs up. Yeah, you got to refresh it, and it does it, brother. All right, all or nothing. You guys know the rules, just in case you don't. This is a game where I say thank you so much for being here. I appreciate it. And I bribe you a few more minutes longer to stay with me. The block or the wheel subsidy is 100 Satoshi. So if it lands on your name, you got 100 sats. But you have a choice. You can spin it again and say, I want to go for the 1,000. And if it doesn't land on the 1,000, then guess what happens? That 100 rolls over to the next person. And you went for it all, but you got nothing. All right. Player 1, you're up. All or nothing. On Tuesday, August 19th, 2025. Thank you guys so much for being here with me for 2 hours and 45 minutes. I love you guys. Player 1, let's see what you're going to do when it lands on you. Arnie. Yeah, I'm on my phone. I refresh when I tell people to click the like. F-bomb, gotta watch this. Oh, Emily, you're gonna like that video. Holler is watching while making a BTC slideshow. LOL, nice. Sean Covert, what's up, man? What's up, Jerry? Haven't been on YouTube in quite some time. Figured I'd stop in and give my brother some support. How you doing, Sean? Good to see you, man. He's been arguing with Mechanic on Twitter. Who's that? Sean Covert, my man. How you doing, brother? You still buying Bitcoin, Sean? Miners are cooking me, but I'll stay and watch. Emily, got you. I'm so due for a wheel hit. Yes, Arnie, Michelle. Yes, congratulations. Arnie, what's Arnie want to do? Let us know. Let us know, Dad. Sean Covert. Long time no see, man. You still buying that BTC or what? Make sure you listen to latest What Bitcoin Did channel with ex-host Peter M. They talk about Craig Wright and the lawsuit he had with Peter. Oh, okay. Jor, I already won the all or nothing game, brother. What you want to do? Jor, doing great. How is the family and yourself? Good, man. Thank you very much, brother. I do live streams now, man. I don't know if you ever been on one of these. Sean's a long time watcher of the channel. He was a gold and silver stacker, and I got him to. He tells me that I got him to buy Bitcoin, so that's good, man. Sean is one of my boys, man. Good to see you, Sean. He used to know me when I was stacking silver. He loves silver, man. Jor, what you want to do, man? You want to spin it or you want to keep it for Arnie? For the all or nothing game. I think Jor's doing something else. Family is good, Sean. Thank you very much. Earth to Jor. What you gonna do, bro? Can't accept him not being here. He's here. He's right there. He was just talking. He's here. Iron Dog needs pets. Yeah. Jor's here. He just might be doing something. Or he might have stepped away from his computer or something real quick. I don't know. But I guess what I'll do is absolutely still buying, my man. I learned from the best. Thank you, man. You must have learned from somebody else then. You can learn from me, bro. Good to see that, man. Good, Sean. And to be told he's a good boy, yes. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm just gonna give him the 100 because he's not answering. I know he's here, so I'll just give him the 100. Player 2, it's on you. Can't wait all day for you, Jor. Sorry, brother. Kramer, Arnie again? Oh, bloody day. Kramer, you got 100 sats, sir. What you gonna do? What you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you? Yep. Congratulations, Kramer. You got 100 sats. You want to keep them or you want to roll for it? You want to go for it all, brother? Spin it. All right, brother. Good luck to you, man. He's going for it all. Can he get it? I think he can. Trade day. Kramer, yeah. Yo, ma. Kramer. Trade day. You got 200 sats, bro. Bad boys. I know, right past it. Kramer Industry is you handle Call of Duty related. Right past it, LML. Yay, trade day. Trade. Don't tell me you ain't buy your phone or the computer, bro. Got to be here for the all or nothing game, man. I'm digging the setup in the live, Jerry. Thank you, man. Appreciate that. I do this every day, Sean. 7 days a week now, bro. 7 days a week. I'm talking Bitcoin, man. Love to have you back with me, man. Seinfeld TV show. Trey. Damn, Trey, you not here, bro? I haven't seen him in a while either. Have you guys seen Trey in a while? Has he been commenting? So we're on a time crunch, man. Good game, Trey. Yeah, damn, I'm getting hungry. I'm getting hungry, guys. All right, Trey. I got to take you off, bro. Trey Day. Gonna do when they come for you? What you gonna do? All right, I'm gonna take trade A off for now. If I can find them. Oh no, Trey. Can't tag him, yeah. All right, cool. Video looks interesting. Nice. Call of Duty as Korean industry. Which one? All right, let's spin it again. Player 3. Kramer, it's still up to you, man. Let's see. You still can win 1,000. Nope. Anonymous. Seven days a week, always on that grind, getting after it. I'm trying, Sean. I'm trying. Anonymous, you are the winner of 200 sats, young man. Sorry, folks. Just posting a nice vid of Arnie. I'll send in the signal. Which video, Samantha? Yeah, you George, you won all or nothing, man. Every time the all or nothing comes, you win and you leave. It's like you're gonna win, bro. Which video? Hey, Anonymous. You got 200, Anonymous. Most definitely will tune in more than I know you're on every day. Thank you, man. 7 o'clock Eastern, 4 o'clock Pacific, brother. And get off that pot, mi amigo. Nice backpacker family. Get them. Spin it. All right. Spin it. I just gave you the 100 too, George. The 100 because I knew you were here. So let's do it. What you gonna do when they come for you? Magic Moolah. Corey, Magic Moolah. Magic Moolah, you got 300 if you're here. Radio Craig Wright lawsuit and what Bitcoin did. Sean Coverdale. Love it, man. Love it. You still got your precious metal, Sean, or no? He paid Iron Dog the 100. Yep. Sherman, I want to say Black Ops Cold War. My grandson loves some freaking Spider-Man. He is playing that Spider-Man, boy. Magic Moolah, you got 300? Yeah. Give those to Emily. All right. Thank you. Emily, you got 300. That's a good boy, Arnie video. Yep. You got 300, Emily. You want to keep them? I'm thinking you're going to say yeah. Nice. Congrats, Emily. Emily Magic. I stayed for a reason. Yes. Thank you very much, sir. Okay. You're welcome, Emily, she says. Sold a lot, but still got quite a bit. All right. What'd you sell it for, sir? Just guessing. Keep it, please. All right. I'm an idiot. Future generations will be pissed. It's all good, man. You got the 100. You got the 100. If you'd have spent it, you might have lost it. Well, there we have it, folks. Thank you guys so much for coming in. We got Arnie Boy won 100 Satoshis and Emily won 300 for the all or nothing game. Really appreciate you guys being here with me today. I really do. It's been fun today, man. Been fun today. We got a lot of problems in the world, but we're going to focus on the solutions. Liquidated a little over 475 ounces of silver. And what did you do with that, sir? The proceeds. And this right here, ladies and gentlemen, for those of you that don't know, Sean hasn't been here in a while. Great night, boy. Great night day. Yes. This is the U.S. national debt clock. We got some problems. This is what we're really fighting against right here, ladies and gentlemen. We're fighting against the tyranny of the money printer. This is the only reason this exists. It's a war machine. Fiat equals war, chaos, destruction, and evilness. That's what it is. And we know it. $37 trillion in debt. How did we get here? We kicked the can down the road since 1913, since the Federal Reserve came in, which is not federal, and they don't have any reserves. We know that. We used to be on a sound money program before that with gold and silver. And I love gold and silver since Sean is here, but it's the old way, and it's the old guard. And there's only one good money that can beat that. And we'll get into that in a minute because we need a digital dollar for a digital world. We do. And Unfortunately, we have a spending problem here in the United States of America. As you can see right here, ladies and gentlemen, we're spending in this red. We're spending $7.2 trillion this year in the next 12 months or the last 12 months. Our revenues are $5.2 trillion. Now, I'm not a mathematician here, guys, but that's a $2 trillion deficit, spending versus earning. And the math is not mathing with that, ladies and gentlemen. This is why we're here at a $37 trillion debt. And by the way, if you are a person that did what you're supposed to do, you paid your taxes, you owe $323,000 out of that $37 trillion. Did you know that? You signed up for the program, ladies and gentlemen, the 40 times 5 program. You went to school, you got good grades, you're a good little boy, good little girl, and you signed up for something that you may not have known about. Pretty much you guys know that you're going to go to work for 40 hours a week, every week, right? They're going to take 40% of your check every week or two when you get paid. Then they're going to print 40% or 80% of the money, 40 times 2, of the money supply in 2020 and 2021 all the way until now, may even be more. That's been existed in the world, by the way. They printed that, which means that's debasing your currency, debasing your money, debasing your savings, debasing your life. And you're going to do that for 40 years, and at the end, you're going to end up with a broken $40 watch. Again, they say America's a democracy. I didn't vote for that. Did you? So what do we got to do? Well, it's simple. We got to look at the line items that they're spending on. And here's the 4 major ones right here. The one right above my head is $1.7 trillion for Medicare, Medicaid. $1.5 trillion right there for Social Security, which again may not be available or non-solvent in between 2032 and 2035. And we're still spending on it anyways, which is crazy. The Pentagon, the war machine, the military, the defense, the Army, Navy, Air Force, Marine is costing us $921 billion. I don't have a problem with that. Here's what I have a problem with, because I believe in good security and good military. A strong military, not a woke military, by the way. The interest on that debt is $1 trillion, ladies and gentlemen, out of that $37.2 trillion that you had nothing to do with and you're paying on for doing what you're supposed to be doing. That's a problem. This system is broken. That can is not good. So we need a new can. And in this can is a new monetary system that's been around about 16 and a half years. It's the exact opposite of the one we have today. It's scarce, can't print it, uninflatable, portable, durable. And I love portable because this money is everywhere and nowhere at the same time. It's durable because it's digital. You can't break it. International. It's money of the people, for the people, and by the people. Every country, continent, sovereign, government, whatever, government, they have their own money. This money is for the internet. It's fungible. It's divisible. Way more divisible than any money that's ever been. Verifiable in supply. Decentralized, unconfiscatable, which means it is unstoppable. This money is the only way, or the only thing that's going to break this system, pay off the national debt, stop inflation, put our country back on a good, sound money, even a better sound money than gold and silver we had throughout history in the 1700s before the Federal Reserve came in. This money will make America great again, monetary speaking, and it'll be a unit of account for money in America, but then it'll be number 5 on the 5 steps to money, 5 stages of money, a global reserve asset. And the money, because the world is broken, because the fiat system is broken, it'll fix, when you fix that money, you fix the world. But the most important thing to you is if you stack this money today, your family and generations to come are going to thank you for doing that. But if you don't, they're going to say, well, why didn't you do it? Why didn't you stack this money? But you're here with me, and I think you have. And you've been here 3 hours. So if I had to put my money on it and ask you what that money is, I'm pretty sure you guys come up with the answer. It's the best way to save. And for me, the only way to save. And that's Bitcoin. Thank you guys so much for coming in. Thank you guys so much for the big zaps, everybody. I'm not going to say anybody's names. I don't want to leave anybody out. Thank you guys so much for the love, support. And we got to know that we don't just have enemies on the outside, we have enemies within, and we have to fight those enemies. And the Bitcoin core developers, the bad actors, the rogue actors are enemies. Anybody that is an enemy that will help us or stop us from defeating this tyranny for their own personal gain to bring stuff into the blockchain. We have to stop this, guys. So please do your research, find out what's going on with Bitcoin Core. Run your own node. Consider running Bitcoin Knots and not Core, and stand in and taking a stance and a vote against the tyranny of the people that are within. Tomorrow, guys, we will be back on a Wednesday, Hump Day Wednesday. Same time, same bat channel, 7 o'clock Eastern, 4 o'clock Pacific. I appreciate you guys so much for coming in, for the zaps, for the love, and the most important thing is your time, because you can't get that back. So I appreciate that. Enjoy the rest of your night, but tomorrow when you go to work for yourself or your job or whatever else, because Jim Rohn always says, work harder on yourself than you do any job. With that being the case, work your fucking ass off tomorrow. Excuse my language. Work, stack, teach, or learn, teach, and repeat. Make sure you guys do that, and make sure you guys go out there and change the world. Not just you and your family, but the world in general. It is up to you, ladies and gentlemen. You're born during this time on this timeline, and make sure you do that. Make sure you be the best version of yourself. Thank you guys so much. I will see you tomorrow. And until then, and as you guys know, I love each and every one of you, and I'll talk to you soon. Peace and love, guys.